Uh, Here we go. A little bit of a late start because I just got home from watching Dune Part 2 with my daughter and my father. Um, it is the 6th of March, the year of our Lord, 2024. That is that sure is a 2 hour and 46-minute long movie.
You think? That's why I'm waiting till it comes to video.
I mean, if you can handle going and seeing it on the big screen, do so. Find the biggest screen you possibly can watch and watch it on and do that. Um, I just because Denis Villeneuve or I can't pronounce his name probably correctly, but his movies are meant to be seen on the largest, and then with the score by Hans Zimmer. I mean, you'll still get the obviously the storylines and everything like that, but it's really good.
Hans Zimmer did this?
Really, really, really good. Um,
Hans Zimmer did the score? I thought he retired.
I'm
Huh.
sorry, what?
I thought Hans Zimmerman retired. I didn't-
It's Hans Zimmer, but
Zimmer.
maybe
Zimmerman, I'm
maybe
sorry.
Hans Zimmerman.
I knew a Hans
Uh,
Zimmerman, sorry.
Maybe Hans
Hans Zimmer.
Zimmerman. But yeah, no, I mean it was good. So I'll say this, and and I'll say this without I'm going total non spoilers here. Um, Dune Part One to me is a masterpiece. There are like a handful of movies, less than 10, that like I think are just some of the best movies I've ever seen. Like I get a guttural emotional reaction to them. As far as I'm watching them, I'm like, this is amazing. And Dune Part One was that. Uh Dune Part Two came very close to being another one of those. So it's is I'm gonna am I going to say, I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, it just isn't as good as Dune Part One, and you're always going to compare the two, right? I mean, you're gonna, so to me, the first part was better. Second part was still amazing. So there you
I
go.
just want to know one spoiler. Did they break this up into three fucking parts?
Oh no, no,
Okay.
it tells. I mean, so like the next book is Messiah, and the book after that is God Emperor. Um,
I think Messiah was the last one I read. I don't
so I
remember if I
mean,
finished it
it's
or the first trilogy.
so I mean, I don't know. It would be like uh yeah, I mean it's just yeah, so go see it. Like I said, go see it on the biggest screen you possibly can find. And absolutely, I mean obviously if you don't want to go and see the movie theater, then fine, whatever. Watch it how you can. But it is super cool. Um but yeah, so that was that. Somebody's phone went off in the movie theater. They're like relatively close to me, and it was one of those things too where it was like you could hear this so like, and then they like it's obviously like the person who's it's going off, like they're trying to like they're not turning it off because they don't want to like let people know that it's them, so it's like you can tell like but you can see the person's like fidgeting around in their coat or something trying to you know locate it, and it wasn't super loud, so it wasn't super annoying. But I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like it happens. It's the risk you run when you go watch a movie in
Yeah,
the
it's
theater.
not like they say don't, turn the phones off or nothing like that at the beginning of the film repeatedly while you're watching
There
the
were
TV
like
show.
I think there was I mean, and I'm not even joking. There were at least 10 previews before the movie started.
Really?
I'm not the person to sit there, and I don't. It's fine. I mean, it's whatever. It's previews, right?
Yeah.
It's just it's whatever. So, but it was a good 16, 17 minutes for the movie started. From the time that like, oh, a movie starts at 6. Okay, well, actually, it's going to start at like 6:18 or whatever. So,
They probably had to fill up the time for the next showing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
um, I mean, Boy, does that Godzilla King Kong movie look bad.
Yeah, it
uh,
does. Each one
Godzilla
gets
wasn't
worse
tough
than the
enough,
one
so he gave
before.
him a big metal gauntlet. Just like, what? It's just like, who, who makes a giant metal glove for
Godzilla.
uh you know I can't even remember. I mean, I guess like the Omen, um the Omen, like for the first Omen or whatever, so it's supposed to be like some prequel to the movie Omen. That looked okay, looked
Need
interesting.
70 more of them movies.
I'm trying to remember if any of the other um I was trying to remember if there's anything else that like stuck out. uh oh yeah, Kong had the gauntlet. If I said Godzilla, I apologize, but yeah, just King Kong had the big gauntlet. Gosh, what were the other trailers? I can't remember all of them. I mean, there was like two or three that I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Oh, like um one of the reasons why Kevin Costner decided he wasn't going to do that like Montana TV show anymore is because he wanted to make movies before he's dead.
Yeah,
And he so the
I do
first of
remember
his three giant epic long uh
Westerns. Yeah.
westerns, when that trailer was there, that looked really boring. Um
Well, he's won awards before for his Western. You never know.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
Dances was it? Part of that was boring, but yeah.
um somebody pointed me in the direction. I'm not usually a like big horror movie guy, but somebody pushed me in the direction of the trailer for Long Legs, and oh my gosh, that looks like a very intriguing movie.
Spoilers?
Um, no.
No,
Uh, it is it's okay. So did you ever see the horror movie The Black Coat's Daughter?
no. I don't
Okay,
watch
well
much
that's
horror.
a really good movie. If you haven't seen a horror movie and you want to have a kind of a mind screw, watch The Black Coat's Daughter. But the guy who wrote and directed uh Black Coat's Daughter is the eldest son of Anthony Perkins of Psycho fame.
Mhm.
And he wrote and directed this new movie called Long Legs. And somebody pointed me in the direction of the trailer and said, "Go check this out." And there's this like 25-second trailer. Watch this 25-second trailer, and it's just creepy as heck. And now there's like a full like minute and a half trailer now
Hmm.
that that you can watch. And um that's just it's I mean, you don't even really know what's going on. I had to dig into it to figure out what it was about, and it's about basically this cold case about a serial killer. And there's this like investigator who's digging into it, trying to figure out what's going on. And yeah, and of all people, Nicolas Cage plays the serial killer. So there you go. I'm excited. I'm gonna go see it. I think I normally am not like, hey, I need to go and watch this movie, but I think I'll go to that. That looks intriguing to me. Intriguing to me.
Intriguing.
Um, yeah, I don't know. What else? What else has been going on? I don't really have much else. Other than, I mean, I just did that obviously. So, but I don't know. Is it I think, yeah, why can't I
I think.
responding to a message somebody sent me?
Mhm.
Trying to remember.
I
Garibaldi.
remember.
My
I
God, I
got
got
the
time.
This jackwagon.
Yeah, I mean, Dune 2 was good enough that I wish I could talk about it, but I don't want to ruin it for anybody. So just go see it. I mean, it's one of those things too, which kind of stinks because you're watching the movie and you're just kind of like, well, I know what happens, so I'm not going to be surprised by any of this. So it's tough to like ramp up my concern, for like, oh my gosh, the Kwisatz Haderach might die. No, no, he's not. It's just like spoiler. Just like
Well, there's probably a lot of people who haven't seen it
hmm.
or
Or
read the
read
book.
No,
it.
what I'm talking about is for me to get like
Oh yeah,
truly emotionally immersed into it. I'm
you
not
do
worried
have
about,
some get hit on the head, have some amnesia.
yeah, exactly. But there you go. So
I'm bummed that it's not on cable already.
Just
just
came
go to
out.
the
I just
movie
don't want to go to
theater.
the theater.
Wait a month
Nah,
and a half. It'll be out. Yeah. I'm with you. I'll wait till it comes
I
to
might go this weekend. I don't know. We'll see.
it's super good.
I think Michelle doesn't care about Dune at all. I think she fell
Well,
asleep during the first one. So it'd just be for
uh,
me.
invite her out for a nice nap then.
Yeah, she'll fall asleep. I have a good movie recommendation. Are you done with Dune? Anything else you want to say about it?
I just that, like I said, it's for me, it's uh for me, it like Dune 1 is perfection. Dune 2,
Actually,
yeah, I mean, it just, well, I shouldn't say perfection. It's like a 9.999 for me, right? I mean, there's a couple of things I didn't like,
really?
but I mean, but
Wow.
well, I don't want to see. Is there any chance people haven't seen? See, there's still a chance people haven't seen the 2021 Dunes. I don't want to say the things that I had a problem with, but it comes damn close. It's like one of like less than 10 movies to me is just like cinematic awesomeness, right?
Hmm.
Dune 2 comes very, very close. Comes within like an eyelash, as they say, of matching Dune 1. So, and that's just, and that's the bottom line.
Hmm.
Uh, because Stone Cold says so. So there you go. Go watch it.
So I watched
Uh,
3 movies this weekend, all on
Ooh.
Netflix.
all
Oh, the
right.
one of them I bought, and the other 2 were on Netflix.
Okay.
3, 3.
I
I'm
don't know.
losing
Scott.
track.
I wasn't there.
I'm just like chaining movies together. I'm like chain smoking them.
Gotcha.
First one I watched was Anatomy of a Fall. It's an Oscar nominee. It's a foreign film. It's in French and English subtitles.
Was the plot, Scott?
It's amazing. If you like drama and thriller, it's great. It's mostly courtroom drama. It's quite intriguing. Do you want the premise of it? If you
Sure.
don't know anything about it, maybe I don't want to tell you anything.
Nah, just whatever.
Make up your
It's a
mind.
courtroom drama about a murder.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, I know what it is. I know what it is. So, yep,
Very
I'm
well
familiar.
done.
I'm familiar with it.
I was really
Trying to
all
remember
the
if
way
I seen
through.
it
I
or
mean,
not.
it's a bit on the long side. It's like 2 hours plus, but I was watching it like the whole time. Um, Not as good, but interesting, and I want to like it, but I thought it was kind of terrible. Not terrible, but like not good. And now I can't remember the name of the movie. I always say the name wrong, so let me look it up. It's Julia Roberts and Ethan Hawke survival movie,
Oh yeah.
hold
End of
on.
the world or something.
It's like End of the World, but it's not End of
Yeah.
the World.
Yeah. The premise of that was interesting. Wasn't executed great.
It was not the premise was really interesting, but executed incorrectly.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it now.
And I think this is an Obama film, right? Production.
Yeah, I think he had
Leave the
something.
world behind.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Which, and I really like there's the younger daughter actor. I really like that actress for some reason. She's just
Yeah.
got an intriguing look about her. Anyway, it's worth watching. Throw away popcorn, whatever.
Mm.
But I don't recommend it. If that makes sense. Like I don't think
Yeah.
it's great. It's just, but it's cool to watch. And then the third movie that I really wanted to like and sort of hated was Spaceman with Adam Sandler. You heard about the
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, that's
Man,
I
what I
what a
heard
was
weird
about
saying.
it. I don't
movie.
know anything about it.
It's
It was all right.
it's what's the movie we all love from the with Clooney in it? Um the
Uh,
sci-fi, you know,
um,
the really thinky one with the where they go to the planet and they start seeing
yeah,
visions.
Oh, Solaris?
So it's Solaris
it's hilarious.
with a comedy twist. It's not even really a comedy, honestly. I wanted to be more funny, but it's kind of
Yeah,
serious, and then I don't care. Like it's just so preposterous. It's just, but I don't want to say anything about that. But I think it's worth watching again, just because you should see it. I don't know, maybe Adam Sandler in space and the stuff happens.
yeah, it was all right.
It was all
Stuff
right.
happens.
It was a little too sappy for me,
Well, you don't like loves.
but I like Solaris a lot.
Scott hates love.
I hate Love.
I
Love Actually is like one of my favorite movies. How can I hate Love if I love Love Actually?
don't remember if I ever
You
saw
found
it
a
or
way.
not.
Have you seen Love? You haven't seen Love Actually? Oh my
I
gosh, you
don't
gotta watch
remember
it.
if I have, Scott. I might have.
Oh, you would so remember it. You would have to remember that.
I can't remember what I watched 2 days ago, Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got Liam Neeson. It's got
He's been in 80 movies, Scott.
Hugh Grant.
I might have seen
There's a
this.
ton of actors in it. Tons.
Yeah.
It's one of those all-star casts, you know, and they sort of all interconnect
Mm.
like a spider web kind of thing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I did see that. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so
It was
I
like
watched
that
a few
other.
movies this weekend. I had no gaming again.
Yeah,
Everybody's
Wah,
sick.
wah,
them
wah.
sons of bitches out there.
No,
They all feeling better,
no.
or you don't know.
Well, I think some of them were, but multiple people out of town.
Mm.
So no games. That's the problem with the small game route.
Yeah,
Falls apart too quickly.
yeah.
And I don't have a backup. I don't have anything backup. Because I don't want to like set up another game group on the same day that in case this first game group fails. That doesn't seem right.
Yeah. I watched a movie on Netflix
Kabuki
yesterday.
Kid has not seen Love Actually. You have to watch it. Please watch it. But it's got
Don't tell her what to do.
it's got
Yeah.
Rickman in it. Alan Rickman.
I think I have seen this.
It's great. It's the Four Weddings and a Funeral guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I get them all the
Oh,
sappy
well
ones
then.
mixed up.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I like that. That's another movie I like and love. And that's about love, isn't it?
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
I watched a movie on Netflix the other day. Uh, Nav. It has It was about a 60-year-old woman who decided to swim from Cuba to the Keys.
Yeah, Jodie Foster.
Yeah, Jodie Foster and
I know
I
the
can't
story,
remember.
but I haven't seen the movie.
It was just wasn't great. It
Gwyneth,
was okay.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
That was Gwyneth Paltrow.
She's in it too. That's not it, the main is it's Jodie Foster is the main character, but I'm pretty sure Gwyneth Paltrow's in it.
I don't know.
No?
I don't remember. It could be with a lot of makeup. I don't know. I can't remember who the other lead was opposite to Jodie Foster. I don't think it was Gwyneth Paltrow, unless she had a lot of makeup on.
Nyad.
Not yet.
Oh, Annette
That's it.
Bening. Annette Bening is in it.
That's it. Not bad.
And
Yeah, it's amazing. She did this, I think, 5 times.
yeah,
Or attempted to.
I know the story.
Yeah. I vaguely
Amazing.
remember it, but I didn't know the whole story.
Oh, it has Reese Ifans. Do you know that guy?
yeah, I know he's the one.
Ifans. I don't know how you say his name.
He was on
Scottish guy?
Our Flag Means
Or-
Death, which
He was in Notting Hill. He comes out naked. You remember that?
Yep. But if you If you watch the show on HBO Max, Our Flag Means Death. That was really, really good.
He's also in the House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
And I think he's also the lead singer of oh, what band? Super Furry Animals.
Never
Oh,
heard of the
super
band.
furry animals.
Yeah.
Them guys.
Anyway, that guy is good. Anyway, yeah, that story is fascinating.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
I don't think it's a spoiler to say what it is. It's because it's true life.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
No, it isn't Reese. That's Reese Ifans is not the guy I was thinking about. Dang it! Who's the guy in that show?
What are you thinking about?
Um,
V. Norton really enjoyed Niad.
No, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Is it Niad or Niad?
I, they say it in the movie. It means
Reese
water
Darby was in Our Flag Means Death.
nymph.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's amazing what this. Well, she was in her youth, she was a swimmer, but to take a 30-year sabbatical like that and then try to attempt that. Yeah.
She swam to Cuba and back, right? Loop
From
or
Cuba
what?
to
From
from
Cuba to
Cuba,
the United States.
it's 110 miles, I guess, by the bird flies, but she actually ended up doing. I'm sorry, it's 102 miles, but she ended up doing like 110 because she got pushed, a little
Currents.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. When she finally did it. Yeah.
Yeah. And
What
she
a
got
bragger!
at one point she got stung by jellyfish really badly, like really badly.
Yeah. According to this, she died for a couple seconds.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
Yeah. And then
From
they
jellyfish?
resuscitated. Yeah, it was them man of wars that got her a couple times, and then they made some kind of funky like serial killer
Suit.
looking mask for her to wear. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
yeah. Somebody, she was like half her age, tried to do it too, and then she ended up getting like it wasn't far. I think it was like 10 or 15 miles out, and she got stung by a bunch of them, and she had to stop.
I didn't
Yeah, it
realize
was.
jellyfish were that big a thing.
Some of them are, really poisonous. They're really deadly. That's why I
Really?
don't fuck with the ocean. It's
I
too much
grew up
shit
with
out
the
there.
ocean. I don't think I ever got stung by a jellyfish. But there were
I
tons
have,
of them on the ground. Like you would have to watch it because they were just big
yeah, the
bulbous, like
blobs.
they look
Yeah,
like plastic bags that were blue. What the hell is going on out there?
I don't
I got
know.
scaling or something. Um,
they look like plastic bags that were glued.
like blue color.
Gotcha.
They'd be sitting
Yeah,
on the. It would look like a toy to a kid, like a bag, like a
yeah.
baggie, like a balloon almost.
I got you.
I got,
I believe you.
So I mean, just growing up on the beach, I'm surprised I never really got stung by it.
I got hit by one once when I was younger. Fucking uncle's pissed on me too, but it was a little, it wasn't huge. It was only like this. The tentacle just got me, but it stung. It wasn't poisonous, I don't think. Yeah, but
Well, yeah, is it poison or is it
Yeah, it's like a
uh,
neurotoxin. I mean, it's a
neurotoxin?
poison.
Yeah.
yeah, the man of wars, I know
Is
they
it
have, but
venomous or
yeah,
poisonous?
it's venom.
Is it venom?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
like
don't
a
know why.
snake's.
You can Google it, I suppose.
Yeah, that's why I don't. Yeah. That I got the shark thing. Nah, I don't fuck with the ocean anymore.
I think I told you guys about the shark time. I swam with a shark and swam faster than I ever swam in my life. Back to
Did
the
you?
boat.
What kind of
Wait,
shark?
Well, power's out. Still around? Did I
You're
survive?
still there. The
Oh my
power's
God, do you
back
see the
on.
lights go out?
Yeah.
Crap. I'm actually surprised I'm still on.
Bad batteries.
I guess my power supply still held up. Oh, it's gonna
Damn
be gone though.
Texas.
I can already taste it.
You can taste
you
it.
taste it.
Well, that is the taste. The blackout,
Eh.
the brownout for a split second.
Well, why are you getting that? Why are you having a problem?
I think there's a storm out there, but I was started hearing like pounding against the window, like rocks.
That might be
I
a
think it's
storm. Yeah.
hail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got all my computer stuff on UPS.
Mm.
gonna turn off some stuff though. Turn off my fan. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear it raging out there. Wow. It's strong.
Raging.
Windy.
Damn, Texas. Did you get any smoke from them fires, Scott, or
No, but I just started feeling really bad this weekend.
did you?
I don't know if that's related.
Mm.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I started feeling itchy in my legs. That's not normal. So I feel
Yeah,
like there was something in the air
could be.
for sure.
Isn't it weird how like you can get weirdly like your allergies start showing up later on in life? It's like why am I allergic
I
to
never
this
was.
now?
Yeah, I was never
Yeah.
diagnosed with any allergy as a kid, and now I'm like, am I
That's the
am I
same way.
allergic to something?
I'm the same way, Scott.
It's annoying.
This
Body
fall
is
here,
man.
spring here rather, is horrible for me to pollen. That's new. Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna ask for my refund for Helldivers, man. I was just kind of like,
Really? Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah,
tried
you must have
goofing
played
around.
with somebody bad.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
40 bucks is 40 bucks.
$40
You
is
can always
40
buy it
bucks.
again if you think you made a mistake. I mean, it's not like
Well,
it's
yeah, I mean that's just it, and I'll
yeah. If
put it
you're
on
not
my
gonna
wish
play it,
list,
you're not
and
gonna play it in the next week or something.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. It just like it didn't snag me, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well,
Is
we
what
didn't play any of the hard levels. I feel like
Hmm.
when it gets hard is when it gets good.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well,
The emergent gameplay from the more challenging levels is what I really like about it. But whatever. No, do what you need to do.
yeah, I haven't decided. I was it just I don't know what it is. It was like one of those things where it was like yeah, I mean maybe it was one of those things where so many people were talking about how amazing it was. So I was just kind of like I expected it to be like something that it wasn't or something. I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing. You were with me level 23, which, and I had all the toys. So maybe that broke it for you a little bit. I feel like there's a pressure to learn the game and get you better at it.
Maybe.
That might have dampened the experience a little bit.
Perhaps. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. I mean, I can see where the allure is, you know. It's one of those things where I just don't um I don't know. It's like I was waiting for it
Pl-
to like, you know, just
Play it
dazzle me
without
and
me. Play it without me.
all
Play with
right.
your level
All
and
right,
see if
Dad.
you like it, and then go from there. Like there was no pressure on us at all the other night, last night.
Well,
Like,
you killing me over
well,
pressure.
besides that,
Um what was I gonna say? There was something I was actually um hold on 1 second here. I gotta mute myself for a second.
I'm not buzzing at all.
you're not buzzing at all.
Well,
They might.
I guess there's a buzz in the feed.
Is it me? My wife's in the other room. It might be
I don't know.
picking up the TV in the background.
No idea. I mean, you can mute it and see if it does anything. I don't hear anything from you. Like I hear just the sound of of our talking.
Yeah.
Like I hear no outside noise.
You hear no
Well,
outside noise where?
tis what it
Well,
is.
Kabuki said it was there
Mhm.
was buzzing on the stream or something.
Hmm.
Nobody else is getting the occasional low buzz when they speak.
Yeah, like I said, my wife's in the. It might be the picking up the TV.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Nothing. I'm not pulled the other mic yet.
Um,
They're live. I played Robin Hood again with my wife.
All the way through.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All the way through.
No, we got up to the fourth one, which is finally when it starts becoming a good game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's once you're past the tutorial.
The first three missions. Or once
Yeah,
you
the
get to the
first
fourth
missions
one.
are basically tutorial.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
But
kind of got bored with it. I was glad for it to be done.
Which
all
game?
right, done.
Robin Hood. It's the one where you move the pieces. You actually measure how far you move. It's physical movement on a map, and then
Yeah.
there's punches. There's like things you can explore on the map and punch them out, and they flip over. They're like little tokens.
Oh, okay. I
You're
know what
like
you're talking about now,
discovering
yeah.
things, and the map evolves, right? It changes form and shape, and things appear and disappear, and it has an interest. It's an interesting game. But I just got bored with it. Now
Yeah.
we did play it all day. The
Oh
entire,
yeah.
we played through all the whole thing, 8 missions or whatever it is. But I was ready for it to be done.
Yeah. I don't know if I would want to. It's at least 8 hours there. Yeah. I don't know if I want to sit
Yeah, it
through
didn't.
that long.
Once you get past like mission 5, it doesn't really change much, or
Oh,
6.
does it?
Some
Okay.
it. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple mystery things, but it's just not.
Yeah.
It's not as exciting as when you first started.
Yeah. I
Hey,
thought the
Matt,
first two were boring.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Matthew Paquette.
Matthew.
how's Gamma? No one here is at Gamma, so I guess Gamma's okay for us. Has
No,
anybody heard anything from Gamma? I
I've
have.
seen posts. That's about it.
I haven't seen any posts from my team.
No,
It's like,
Did
what are they
Evan go?
doing?
No.
lazy fuckers.
Well, I know.
Yeah,
Like,
them lazy sons of.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't care because
Who won,
it
Scott?
wants to work all day and then make a post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Eric and Chad are there.
Eric and Chad.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. No, I'm not. I'm missing it a little bit, but you know what? It's fine. I'll see
Yeah.
everybody in 6 weeks.
What's 6 weeks
Gathering.
gathering?
No, you forgot to twirl your hair when you
You're
said
going,
Oh,
right,
the
Scott?
gathering. Yeah,
Are you
sorry.
going?
I'm zoned out. I will be there. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. I forgot you were going.
Hey, man, I gotta hang on to something. It's the only thing I'm going to
the
this
two
year.
of you twirling your hair. Oh, seal the gathering.
Going to the
Oh, seal the
gathering.
gathering.
Yeah,
Seal the
the gathering of
gathering. Seal the
friends.
gathering.
Oh, hey, Lance, I got a question for you.
I won't see you at the gathering.
I need some advice.
People
Um,
don't like him, Matt.
Don't
This
go
guy,
to the gathering.
he never got
how
invited.
You and all your secret
Hmm.
handshakes.
how can I make a dragon encounter as deadly as possible?
Why do you want it to be as deadly as possible?
Because they're blowing through everything else I put at them.
What rule set are you using?
5e.
What type of dragon is it?
It's an adult blue.
So are they in a desert area, rocky area? What are they?
They're in a building and he is in human form. And as soon as things go squirrely, he converts to he goes back to his dragon form.
You need to, if he's in human form, you need to give him some sort of ring or amulet that masks his alignment so somebody doesn't get goofy with him. Some sort of ability that allows him to avoid like lie detection or anything like that. So then they can't discover. Then you give him something that really makes him useful to the party. Like you make him like a healer of some sort. And then
Oh no, it's pretty obvious right from the get-go that he's an enemy.
oh, okay.
But
So I
it's
was gonna
gonna
say
be
you get
there's
him
gonna
to
be some
join, and then
dialogue for a
you
little
wait
bit.
until the shit hits the fan, and then he turns into a dragon, and it's just an extra thing. So what is he doing that makes him look like he's just an enemy off the bat?
It's the
Sitting
Dragonlance.
on a pile of gold.
It's the Dragonlance adventure, and basically he's like the head dude they're gonna fight. He looks like a cleric, and he's like in this they're like they have to they get to the top of this particular tower that they're trying to get to, and it's like this control room for this flying city.
So there's no way he could be like so going into where because he's in the place, he's obviously evil kind of thing.
Yeah. And
And you know
he's
another
dressed
thing
in
you could
dragon
do
armor.
is you could have him like he could dress up in like rags or something like that, and the Draconians could be like shoving him down a hallway you know, as like some sort of thing, and then they could burst in and see him, and then like, and so then he's like, and then you know, and then he, you know, I'm, you know, the high justice car of the village of whatever,
Yeah.
and then if you could just, you know, like, you know, and then they let him come along with them or whatever, and like
That's some kind of
shows
deception. That's not a bad idea.
shows his worth as being as a healer, you know, to them. So
Uh-huh.
like, you know, you can, and if you have to, you can give him like a ring of spell storing that has magical healing spells on it, and so then they think that he's not, and so things like that, so you can actually dupe him, and then and then you know he could, you know, like, you know, just play his cards right, wait until the shit really hits the fan, and then it's like, okay, well, on the cleric's turn, he turns into a blue dragon and eats the mage. You know,
Yeah.
just like, you know, and then they're, and remember, just because, don't let rules as written get in the way of a good cinematic moment.
Exactly. And I have one of my players, and he's a nice guy and everything like that, but he is the first person to say, actually, no, they don't hit me because of this. And it's actually, no, actually they do.
I I despise players like that. It just, it's one of the things. Well, actually, I told the story before, but I still remember it was like, okay, you know, just rolling magical treasure for like a horde of whatever, and the I said like, oh, you know, and like, yes, okay, then you find an amulet that's magical, and then the mage guy said, oh, I'm gonna focus in on my detect magic and make a spellcraft check, and I, you know, if I make the roll, I can tell what type of magic it is. And I was like, sure. And he's like, well, it's abjuration magic. He's like, okay, well, the only thing with abjuration magic is an amulet of this. So it's obviously got to be an amulet of that. What level of magic is it? I'll be able to tell what plus it is. And I just said, the amulet disappears. It's just like, and then he was super mad. He was like, well, that's bullshit. You can't, just because I know the rule. I was like, yeah,
You want to
well,
get meta on me? I'll get meta on you.
oh, it crumbles to
Lance.
dust in front of you.
This must be so fun to play with.
It would have been a really good item too for the mage. So just remember that, Scott. You can be pissed off at him. Like, you know, you would have had it, but oh well. Well, moving on.
Yeah. Okay. I had a really great meeting today, actually. I drove out to an hour away to go see two guys that used to be with Plan B Games. And there's
Who?
Martin Bouchard.
I don't know.
No.
Oh,
Martin
Martin?
Bouchard.
oh, yeah, I know him.
And
Hey,
Chris
I've only heard of Martin. I've not heard of. What'd you say, Martin?
Martin. Yeah.
Martin with the French
Martin.
accent.
Martin
Okay.
Bouchard.
Martin.
Kind of like Vincent Dutrait. Vincent Dutrait.
Heard of him.
Yeah. So I drove out to go see them today. They have a new publishing agency.
Oh,
And-
Plan C. Just kidding.
Plan B, was it?
Everybody's funny. You know, everybody in this
I'm
damn
hilarious.
thing. We're all
Flipping
hilarious.
hilarious.
What's the vitamin?
So-
Vitamin B2,
so
so Plan
Plan-
B2?
Plan B. So, you know, Plan B is a
B12.
certain thing in the United States. I don't know if you know that, Pat. There's a contraceptive called Plan B.
Yeah, no, I know.
Not really a contraceptive as much as a.
No.
But it's a
whatever.
French company, so it's Plan B.
That was just weird. It was like, that's the
Yeah.
name of the company. Okay, whatever.
But yeah, so I met with them and it was really great. You know, I got to say, it was really awesome to just have a meeting in person.
Oh,
Sure,
okay.
I had to drive an hour.
Yeah.
And the second awesome part was they're like, yeah, like when we have our game ready to show you, oh, we can come to Ottawa. I'm like, and I have an office that you can come to. I was like,
Cool.
as opposed to like, yeah, sure, which coffee shop do you want to meet at? You know?
Nothing
So it
like
was just-
making yourself feel professional. And
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was-
say that to me
it was-
as a joke. I mean,
It was nice to get out of the house for one thing, and I got some alone time in the car, which was nice too, you know?
I missed
did the
that.
cops interrupt you?
They did
Only
not.
once.
The windows were steamed though, so they couldn't.
Ah,
That
Um,
hilariousness coming back.
And I
Yep,
gassed up.
we're all hilarious.
I gassed up on the
The
way
movie
home.
kid will be
a
the
bag
judge of
of
flavor.
picked up a bag of roasted chicken potato chips, which were really
Roasted
good.
chicken potato chips.
They were awesome. They had like a little hint of rosemary in them. They were
No, they
so
weren't.
good.
They were not.
You like them ketchup fry chips, don't you, Matt?
Fucking right, I do.
I never
I mean,
had
who
one,
doesn't
but-
love those?
My
never
my
had
my
one.
office mate Ryan does not like. He buys those Costco fucking Lay's multi boxes, and all the ketchup ones are left at the end. He puts them
Oh,
in a
really?
bowl for me.
Wow.
Uh,
For me, it's the Fritos. I'm not really a Frito man.
I don't mind
No.
Fritos.
Like plain Frito. I like chili Frito,
So
but
do I.
not the plain.
You know what so you just made me think of something I despise. Like, I mean, I'm using the word despise to describe
lot.
this.
That's your second use of despise. You said I despise players like that.
Yeah,
What else
I
do you
despise.
despise there, Lance?
I have a friend who, yeah, I do, truly. No, I have a friend, and he's a good friend, but like he's the guy that like, oh hey, I say,
Yeah,
snacks for
exactly.
D&D, and there's like either like the those variety packs that have like, oh, it's
Rice
got
cakes?
the Cheetos, it's got the Doritos, it's got like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Fritos, the Dorito,
yeah, and then like
Cheeto,
the Sun Chips and like
and the
this like,
Sunchip, yeah, and the Lay's.
or like Chex Mix, and then there'll be a big bag of it, and then he's the guy that like people will like, oh, pour some on a little bowl so you have it for yourself to chew on. He's the guy who takes the bag and he's like, oh, Dorito, there's another Dorito. I'm like, God damn it, just buy a bag of Doritos. I want an occasional Dorito when I'm looking through here. I don't want to have to deal with the fact that you fucking ate them all. Then I take a moment.
Wait,
I
and
run
the Chex
myself.
Mix has Doritos in it?
Yeah. No. And then I go, this
I'm
is
not-
a
I'm not
friend.
following.
This is a friend. Let's just relax. Just Yakuza. It's just, but yeah, no.
Chicken and the biscuits. Yeah, those are not good.
Chicken and a biscuit are
Chicken and biscuits.
horrible.
Do you guys
Those
like
are-
Cheez-Its?
Yeah, my
I
dad
feel like
used to eat those.
I feel like they don't taste enough like cheese for me.
Well, they're like goldfish, just like square goldfish.
Yeah, I guess that's more what
Goldfish,
they are.
the snack that smiles back. Goldfish. I'm a big fan of goldfish.
I like the club cracker.
You like the what?
The club cracker. Do you have club crackers in
No,
camp?
not that I know of.
I think it's the same company that makes Ritz. They make a cracker called Club.
Oh,
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Crisco?
about.
Is
Can't
it?
remember
Yeah, I think you're right, Scott.
the look. No, I'm looking.
I didn't think they were by the same company though. Yeah, it's sort of like a butter cracker.
I like
right?
It's like a green box with.
Yeah.
No, not that I know of.
Oh no, it's Kellogg's. Kellogg's makes
Kellogg.
Club crackers.
I like the goldfish that have flavored powdered on them.
Yeah, those are good. Those are awesome. The cheddar cheese goldfish, you mean? Like cheddar.
There's different ones. There's pizza ones. There's
Oh, do you like combos? Do you have combos in camp?
Oh,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
combos though? I mean,
I
like
I went through a
classic-
phase of those for a long time, and then
Yeah.
now eventually I just can't even taste it. I can't even stomach the taste of them.
It's
But I
what
liked
you
them for a
bet.
while.
yeah.
I'd
I do
never
My
not
had
buddy,
like
my buddy
It's-
Jason would always show up with a bag of pepperoni pizza combos.
And
That
then
was
the
like
place
his
would
one
stink.
snack. Oh my god!
Stink up the place.
No, I've never had club crackers.
Oh, club crackers are great.
Yeah, what's
Matt,
wrong?
do you
with
have
They're
Ritz?
kind of buttery. They're not like Ritz or anything, but they're like close to it. They
Yeah.
got a good butter flavor.
Matt,
I'm
do you
more
have
of a
You know,
water
you know what I'm talking
cracker.
about with butter. I say butter if you like. What?
I'm more of a table water cracker kind of guy.
table water?
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, I mean, me too. And I don't like any flavor on my crackers. If I'm eating cheese or something, I just want nothing.
I like a crisp cracker.
Yeah, like those wet water crackers or whatever they are.
Yeah, because then
I
I
like-
have
they-
like
they have no-
charcuterie and cheese and shit on.
Triscuits,
just-
baby.
Nah, that's too much.
Yeah.
Too much salt in Triscuits for
Too
one.
much
Yeah,
salt.
it's-
Too much texture.
What's wrong? With you?
Dry.
Leave a
Dry.
Triscuit on.
Makes your
It's gonna be,
mouth-
it's gonna be an early
Oh.
show, everybody.
What about Wheat Thins?
Yeah,
Wheat-
Yeah,
yeah,
what
we
about
got-
these?
Wheat Thins. Wheat thins are too salty as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
they are.
you put one in your mouth and it's like a table of salt.
Matt, do you have Ritz crackers up there, kinda?
Oh,
Because I
yeah.
know
Or
some
state
countries
down.
outlawed it.
At Costco,
They
we
outlawed
buy
the
the
Ritz. What's wrong with the Ritz?
for the.
There's oil or something in it
Oh yeah.
that the other
Oh, like
countries
a,
don't like. I think palm
like
oil
a
or something. I can't remember what
like
it
a
is.
coconut oil or something.
I like
Yeah,
the little Ritz sandwiches,
Oh, with the peanut butter.
Oh yeah,
the little
those
Ritz
are good.
bits, the cheese
yeah.
one.
Oh yeah.
I don't like cheese
We
ones. I
buy
like the
those
peanut
for the
butter.
office, little packages, little prepackaged packages of those. It's too bad that the Costco right near my office is fine. I think it's just a regular everyday Costco. The one in the East End though is the business Costco. So they have they have a wider selection of
Snacks.
these snacky things that are all prepackaged.
Yeah.
And Giselle goes out there to buy all her stuff. Like you walk in and they have like the big Hobart stand mixers, the ones that hold like 30 gallons, not that much, but whatever it is, 10 gallons. Like the floor models. And so it's literally there's no restaurant in the Costco, there's no optical, there's no any of that stuff. It's just business stuff.
No $1.50 pizza slice or hot dog.
No, no. I like that hot dog, but man, do I get indigestion after.
Oh yeah, those things are the worst. I stopped eating those things too.
Yeah.
It,
So
getting
IKEA's
old
on the way home
sucks.
after that. So I'd rather stop at IKEA and get hot dogs than I would.
Okay.
I
Do they
hate
have hot
that
dogs
store.
at IKEA?
What's that?
Do they have hot dogs at IKEA?
Oh yeah, there's like
Hmm.
it's $1 a hot dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know they have the meatball thing.
They have the hot dog stand, which that you can get hot dogs and pizza and ice cream, and then there's the restaurant and the full restaurant where you can get like
Does yours have the little kiosk so you can pick what the thing that you want, and then you can pay, and then you don't have to talk to anybody. You can just pay, and then they just
the hot food you get served, like the meatballs.
and then they throw it out at you like an animal.
Yes.
Food
Mm.
or
Yeah.
have a $1
furniture.
and a $2 breakfast.
One,
Yeah.
two.
The $2 breakfast has apple pancakes, whereas the $1 one just has scrambled eggs and sausages and hash browns,
Huh.
or home fries. Now I'm hungry. Damn it!
Yeah. I was just watching on the news. The Philly fans are upset because they had to get rid of the $1 hot dog place. I guess inflation just costs more than $1. Yeah.
It's like it costs more than a penny to make a penny.
Yeah. It's a
Well,
shame they had that for a long time.
I watched a little mini documentary about the whole like the make a penny, it costs more to make a penny than they're worth or whatever, and then every year they try to get rid of it, and then every year like basically the zinc consortium lobby
The
basically
zinc lobby.
yeah basically prevents it from happening. Just like
Right.
no
It's coming.
You
I mean,
watch
I don't know.
the CGP Grey little documentary on YouTube about how Canada got rid of the penny. It's cool. It's neat. You ever watch his stuff, CGP Grey?
Did they get rid of their zinc consortium
I think so.
somehow?
No.
Your money's plastic, ain't it, Matt?
Polymer.
Yeah.
So plastic.
They did something. Ours
It's
has
like
a little bit of.
it's a rainbow of
plastics are
fruity
polymers.
flavors.
Not all polymers are plastics.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I went to the casino and had all the fun plastic rainbow colored money.
Yeah,
Didn't seem real.
Are they smooth?
they are.
A little personal, don't you think?
Well, I'm curious on how a braille
it's
person
smooth.
would know, or a blind person would know.
There's dots on them. There's
Oh,
is it
okay.
Braille?
dots.
Okay.
No, it's not Braille. It's
Is there
it's-
Braille on the US dollar? Or dots?
I
don't
think
know.
there's something they could feel on it, like the band or something. I forget what it was.
on ours. There are two sets of 6 dots, I think, and they are different spacing between them depending on what the denomination is.
You got a
Oh,
fresh
okay.
20 right here.
An American 20.
There's no
I don't feel
intention
anything.
on.
No.
Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong.
There's got to be something though, right?
Yeah. I don't know, to be honest with you. I figured it would be by now.
Nope. Not that I can feel. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Can
they
you
have, that's right.
feel?
So people they have bill readers.
Oh, it's an electronic thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know in the old days they used to fold like the corner of a bill a certain way so they could, I guess somebody had to tell them what it was. Um, because I did at the Hoagie Hut. A couple times I
The
interacted with
Hoagie Hut.
that was my
I love
nickname
that
for it.
name, the Hoagie Hut.
It's actually called Hoagie's Plus. It's still open, but I always call it the Hoagie Hut. And Dave, the owner, got pissed off once I actually answered the phone that way. Hoagie Hut. Yeah. But yeah, there was a couple blind people, but I remember the one dude. He folded. He actually asked me to fold one corner this way and double fold it. I forget exactly how, but
There was a lawsuit brought against the Treasury Department.
I mean, it's an ADA violation from what I can tell here.
Yeah.
Sounds hardcore.
Yeah.
Anthony's here.
The readers are free of charge.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's nice.
I'm sure there's
It's
apps on
a
your
little-
phone too you
It's
could
a
use.
little battery.
Yeah.
Well, it's called iBill.
Yeah, of course it is.
I like how it's Apple has gotten in the branding of the
Mhm.
Yeah.
U.S. Treasury currency reader. iBill.
Yes, well.
Hello, Anthony.
Hello.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought everything was ADA compliant now because I remember working with
Pretty
the
much has to be.
trains in the shop. We had signs for like the storage room or whatever that were in Braille, and I'm like, you're crossing train tracks and all that. I don't know if the Braille thing will help them too much. Yeah.
What's new, Anthony?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Nothing, honey.
Nothing.
That's a cereal. Do you guys like? You want to go through cereals real quick to pass the time? I mean, we
I
got
like
nothing
I
Is
like the
anybody
nut and
playing
honey.
any games lately? Yeah, Nut and Honey. I like Nut and Honey as well.
I played Queen by Midnight last Sunday, so Saturday. I also played Heat, and on Sunday I did a run through of the Daggerheart Quick Start Adventure.
Cool.
It was interesting. So Daggerheart, your action dice are 2d12. There's a hope and a fear, and they're like usually they're it's either the same die rolled twice or in the same order every time, like hope first and fear second, or they're different colored dice so you can tell them apart. When you're rolling, if you need to get like a 15, one of the dice plus your modifier, you add your modifier to you, whichever one is higher. And if you get a success, then you succeed with the hope or the fear die, whichever the one higher one was. When your party is attacking, you continue going. If you keep rolling, if you keep getting successes in, or even if you just keep getting higher, if the higher dice for everybody, or every roll is the hope die, you just keep going until you get the higher die as the fear die, and then the enemy can attack.
Okay.
It's interesting. It was really neat. I really enjoyed our little. It wasn't long enough, but it was just 1 3-hour session. But it was really fun.
I mean, it's basic. Is it straight up fantasy, like medieval fantasy?
This setting is yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Fantasy. Somebody should set an RPG in like the Zardoz universe.
Ah!
Zardoz.
I want to wear the diaper. I want to wear the diaper.
I remember when Highlander 2 came out, and everyone was so excited. They're like, Highlander was such a great movie.
I was so excited. I was so excited. We've talked about this before. We've gone down this path.
Yeah. They're,
I heard
they're,
it- I heard
they're-
they're
Freeman
rebooting
of
it.
Geist. What
Yeah.
am I
They're
watching?
rebooting it, aren't they?
They
Yeah.
are with Henry Cavill.
I
Henry
think it is,
Cavill.
Matt. I was thinking that. I'm not 100% on that, though.
I think so. I saw a
I'm pretty
thing with
sure
him
it is.
today where he said that
There could be worse things.
when Batman v Superman was out, he went to Times Square in a Superman t-shirt and stood underneath the billboard. And
Nobody knew.
two people came up to him. And one of them was asking for directions to the subway.
Mhm.
And the other one was telling him to stop taking pictures in front of the restaurant.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, I guess most people. I remember him from the Tudors, but I guess most people wouldn't have known who he was before that.
I don't recall him from anything before. Like I think the first thing I saw him in was the Tom Cruise was a Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
No.
it's one of the newer ones.
Was it where they had the fight in the bathroom?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that one. I wish that one was out. That was pretty good.
I think all of the Mission Impossibles were quite good.
They're all pretty good,
I haven't seen the
which
latest
is
one.
surprising.
The latest one.
It's held up.
And
Although
not-
I haven't seen the latest one.
I'm not afraid to say that I've kind of taken I'm a certain amount of pleasure in the Fast and Furious movies too.
Oh, really?
I'm not
Yeah,
afraid
yeah.
to say
Okay.
I
I'm
haven't
not,
seen it.
you're
I've
not
only seen
afraid to admit it? Well,
I think
whatever.
I've not even seen the first one.
they're stupid fun and they're
Yeah.
just stupid. And
I see one or two or three of them. A drift one? What was that one?
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, that was the latest one I saw.
that wasn't even really a Fast and
That was
Furious.
an offshoot. Yeah.
Well,
That was with Lucas Black. I know I am very excited to hear that the Librarians show is coming back.
Oh, with Noah, what's his name?
Noah Wiley. I don't know if he's going to be,
Wiley.
but Christian Kane's going to be in it, which I'm super jazzed about. I love Dean Devlin stuff, man. It's awesome. Like Leverage, the Librarians, all of his kind of television shows are just super fun. Yeah. I'm watching The West Wing now.
I remember watching that with my grandmother.
Good. It's good.
Watch the first season.
I'm on the
I don't even know
third.
if I made it to the first season. I need to pick back up Curb Your Enthusiasm again.
Uh,
You've been playing that?
I'm so good at this game.
Well, that's why you don't care about Helldivers.
So
True.
good at. If you are playing Balatro, you're a nerd. That's all I'm going to say there. And if you are playing Balatro, you're probably a nerd. I just finally beat the black deck. Black deck's tough. You get it's +1 Joker but -1 hand per round. Man, I've been trying to beat this forever.
So 6 Jokers or 5?
You get 6 Jokers, yeah.
6 Jokers.
Yep. Balatro is fantastic.
What does Balatro mean?
No idea.
Yeah,
It means
you know,
really,
you're
really
Italian.
good $10 game on Steam.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm probably giving China all of my personal information by playing the custom.
They already got it.
Well, I know, but I mean, even more.
I think I got a grievance, sort of.
All right.
Sort of grievance.
Ooh.
It's just my
Semi-grievance.
sister. Yeah, my sister wanted to meet up for have dinner. But my brother-in-law or my niece, my wife. So we went to a chain steak restaurant here, not long.
What chain would that be?
Texas Roadhouse.
Outback? Oh, we're at Texas Roadhouse.
So we went, and this place was packed. They always are. They have, a waiting thing. My sister signed up for it, but we went in. But the service was bad again. And it wasn't just this place. I've noticed this like every time we go out. Basically, it's not great service. It's just regional. Is this just here, or do you guys notice that too?
I don't know.
Even
but
with, like, delivery
whenever
and
I
all.
say anything about, I went to this, and everybody's always like, why do you go there? It's such bad service.
Because you
But,
repeatedly go back to the same place. It's just like
But apparently
asking to
you
be
go to the same
tortured.
place. You just got done saying
No,
you got
this
bad
is the
service
first
there.
time I've been to this restaurant. I know it's busy from passing it by. See, with me, I live close to a college town, so I'm used to the fluctuation in quality. You know, but this is on the other side. It's way out, about 15 minutes away, so it's not that. But I've noticed even with deliveries, the same thing. It's just the quality is the care of the quality of what they're doing is just not there.
I have a grievance. We
Yeah.
went to McDonald's for lunch the other day and it cost us $40.
Well, there's that too. Yeah.
And in
Huh?
Canadian, man, that's like 120
get?
real dollars.
2 quarter pounders, 2 large fries, and we each got like a little dollar menu burger. That's it. No drinks.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's
30
Canadian money,
$36, something like that.
Okay.
Me and Joe went to, I think it was
Yeah, it's kind of
Wendy's,
expensive.
and it was like $30 for the two of us.
Yeah, and it's shitty food too.
It's a good way to get away
Ah.
from fast food.
Mm-hmm.
The price.
It's what?
It's a good way to just get away from fast food.
Yeah, totally. Well,
Like,
we
I'm gonna
hardly
go
ever
spend $40 if
that kind
there,
of
or
stuff.
go somewhere good, then spend $40.
We hardly ever have that kind of stuff. I mean,
I was watching a thing about Five Guys today about you know how Uber and them started to charge more if it was busy? I forget what they call that.
surge pricing.
Yeah. Well, that's what Five Guys is going to start doing because
No,
of
no.
inflation and shit. That's
They
what-
Wendy's said they were going to do it, and everybody
And they're-
lost their mind.
And that was also not true.
Yeah,
It was not surge pricing. It was adjustable pricing for based on how busy they were, or not being not busy. They would want to have better deals. It was not. It was a negative surge pricing, not a
Yeah,
positive.
I
that's
don't
what I
know
was
if that's
trying to
true or
think.
not.
I didn't mean it exactly like the
But
term
it got
what
all
they
twisted
use.
in the news, because surge pricing is basically a term to say charge more during busy times. Have we gone? Did we go through over this last week? I feel like we talked about this.
I don't remember.
It was basically a miscommunication in the board meeting of the shareholders
Okay.
or something, and they said they were going to be experiencing with dynamic pricing, and everybody said, "Oh, surge pricing,"
Dynamic price. That's
and
what
it's
they call it,
dynamic
yeah.
pricing, meaning the price goes down when it's less busy, not up when it's more busy. So anyway, they reverse course on all that.
Oh no, this wasn't Wendy's. This was Five Guys.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought you were
I
talking
just saw it today. No, this was Five Guys.
really?
there's. I'm gonna Google this because there's no way on earth after everybody basically said we're never gonna go to.
Everybody lost their shit for Wendy's.
Everybody
and
lost
now
their shit.
And
There's
Wendy
no way.
backed out.
There's no way
that.
Five Guys.
And
all
even though
said,
it wasn't
you know
really
what would be a
technically
good
true.
idea.
Yeah, no, there's no way. I mean, maybe there, maybe I don't know.
Five
Oh,
Guys.
we got to talk about the new
Yeah.
Puerto Rico after this too. By the way,
Oh, is that finally done or?
not done. Got announced last week. It's an Awakened Realms Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I can't
Nobody
find
needs
anything.
that fancy edition of Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Well, the first picture they put out is an AI generated picture. They took it down already because I guess Ravensburger stopped them from using any AI artwork in the game, or said they weren't to not use it.
This Puerto Rico, is it like the old time Puerto Rico? Just
And Puerto Rico 1897.
I thought that was done.
No, it's a new one. It's on the hotness right now. If you go look at the VGG homepage,
Yeah.
the third hottest game is Puerto Rico 1897 Special Edition with no thumbnail because they took it down.
Wow.
The only artwork they had was from a AI generated piece of art that had like a guy with 6 fingers and some weird physics stuff with a scene. But it's all done in like, it would look like it looked very nice actually. It was like nice oil painting of a like turn of the century.
The way of the future, baby.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If Ravensburger wasn't there to control that, would they have just gone forward with the AI artwork?
Sure.
I know. Kabuki Kid is welcoming the AI future with open arms.
Yes, she
Biggest
is.
pro-
She's
Biggest proponent.
welcoming their AI overlords with
The
open
AI
arms.
overlords can't wait.
No, I don't think that's true. I think she's the opposite.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. She hasn't made her opinion clear on it yet. So
Okay.
I
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up.
jury's still out
Yeah, it says,
what
I'm amazed
she
that if you
feels.
are going to cheat with bullshit AI art, at least examine it. Well, maybe they did. I mean, you have to go look really close. It was a really pretty good picture, if I'm just being honest with the quality of it.
Yeah, please be honest with us.
It just, yeah, AI generated. Okay.
Yeah, I thought there was
So
that. This is the one that they re-implement with the cultural sensitivity
I
person
don't
thing,
know
right?
that one is already done and came out.
Okay.
And then also I think they released another version of it because it was not, I think there was some production problems with it. I don't remember all the details, but it had like some problems with the production.
Okay.
And then I think they came out with another version.
Anthony, do we need to send you a webcam?
I know I'm about to buy him a Logitech cam or something.
No, you don't need to.
So you know why he's not on camera, right?
Why?
Because he's laying down in his bed and with his t-shirt, with his undies.
no, I got the skinny on why he doesn't.
Okay.
It's not on purpose.
Okay.
The laptop I'm using says my camera is being used by another application, but I have no other
Also
application.
spyware. You got
I have
spyware.
no other applications open.
Spyware.
So
Uh,
I formatted my work machine last week
yeah, you were saying.
because I couldn't get Google Remote Desktop to work or Chrome Remote Desktop.
It happens.
Yeah, so I'm like, there was some setting that happened and it would not let me fucking fix it. So I formatted it and it worked. Great. Go in yesterday. My resolution, I have 3 monitors and they're all 4K monitors, but the resolution got knocked down to 1920 by 1080. So I'm like, okay, we'll put them back up to like, I don't go full 4K like to 3840. I go to like 30 or just like 3000 wide because the text is too small otherwise. And I found out that I had to log in again with Chrome Remote Desktop and it didn't work. Like, what the fuck? I found out that Chrome Remote Desktop only likes approved resolutions,
Mm.
4K, 2.5K, 2K, 1K, all that stuff. So the ones in between, nope, sorry. I am so happy that I found that because I would have searched forever. Because the alternative would be to pay for like TeamViewer or PC Anywhere or something like that.
Hmm.
And I'm not going to pay $30 a month or $20 a month or whatever it is for that.
Oh,
Not paying their outlandish fees.
Yeah.
Yet another service I have to pay for.
Yeah.
you'll get nothing from me, sir.
Yes,
Nothing.
exactly. You said it, Anthony.
Yeah. Everything's nickel and dime here these days. I miss physical things. You could just buy a physical disc one shot. Yeah, this is what it is. $80 a year, whatever. Yeah. Or
That's how we
80,
liked it, damn it.
$80 for life, rather. What a year.
I think
Yeah.
I think I found that article you were talking about with Five Guys thing, Barry.
I saw it on YouTube.
I don't. Oh, is it? Maybe this is something else, but so I hate Windows 12 or whatever, 11. What are we on? 11.
I
11.
don't know.
But I
Yeah.
do like the little button in the corner that brings up all the news articles, except I don't really like it because it's basically turning me into a certain government stuff. Not anti-government, but it's politics. It's feeding
Yeah.
me endless amounts of political garbage.
That's everything.
Hate
Yeah.
it, but I do like it, except that it makes me go down this rabbit hole.
Can you
Which,
filter that,
I
or
need
is
to
the
disable
AI?
it. I mean, I'm sure it's algorithm.
Hmm.
Everything's algorithm now, man. I click on one of them, and I get 10 of them.
Yeah.
And I can't not click on it because it's got the stupid headlines that make you want to click on it. It's clickbait.
Yeah.
You'll
It's
never
gonna
believe
drive-
what so and so did last night at a rally. You know, that kind of thing. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I need to figure out how to turn that off in my OS.
So,
Yeah.
and I
Shut
know,
off.
I'm just kicking the
I-
bee's nest here with this comment, but like,
The bee's nest?
well, okay.
Bees.
Hornet's nest?
So
Hornets.
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and then you guys
Bees
can
hurt.
react to it here.
You
So
sure?
the whole idea of the AI art. Okay,
Bees
so I go to AI art and I say I need a picture of a whale, and then
A what?
I need a
Whale.
picture. I need a picture of a blue
whale?
whale that is swimming by an
By the way,
iceberg.
It's built into the Windows 11 OS now. Have you,
Okay,
Yeah.
have you
just
updated?
let me finish my thing here.
Wait,
So
wait, give me the prompt.
so
Blue
so
whale.
I need a picture of a blue whale swimming next to an iceberg. But anyway, so
With a
that's what I
Viking
do.
on
And
the
then
cap.
okay, so then it scrapes all these images or whatever, and it makes me a picture of a blue whale swimming next to an iceberg. All right. So there are movies out there like Reservoir Dogs. If you've ever watched the movie City on Fire by the Chinese director Ringo Lam, you would see that Reservoir Dogs, with a few slight changes, is basically the same movie. It is just an Americanized version of this Chinese movie.
Yeah, and
I
He
think he
would-
said that.
Reservoir Dogs is inspired by this Chinese movie.
Well, it's more than
Yeah.
inspired by. It's
Oh,
it's
it's a
it's,
ripoff?
pretty much the story, right?
It's heavily, yeah.
It's jewelry thieves that just the whole 9 yards kind of thing.
Really?
And so
Tarantino
I'm pretty
said that,
sure
though, I think.
Tarantino didn't send Ringo Lam a sack full of cash when he got done with the thing.
You
So,
sure?
But and it's well known that he is, and I'm sure the director of the original, he's like, I don't care, whatever, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, or for that matter, look at Star Wars. I mean, Lucas was heavily inspired by Kurosawa's Hidden Fortress when he made New Hope, originally called Star Wars. I mean, C-3PO and R2-D2 are basically the two thieves. They're like that's what they're based off of. The two observers of everything. I mean, so it is.
Where's the Viking, Scott?
But here's the deal: because you can't compare actual artists to generative art algorithms, though. I say you can, and I don't think I'm mistaken. I mean, the only problem is that how automated it is, how easy it is. That's what our problem is. If we had, so you gave me that picture or whatever of like, but if I told an artist, I said, I want you to scour 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100,000 pictures of blue whales swimming next to icebergs, and I want you to go ahead and make a composite of those and then get back to me. 9 months later, when they got back to me, we'd be like, that's fine. It's fine. Even though like this artist, she never had an original idea themselves whatsoever. She used the ability of these other artists to and she didn't even do any art. Like, maybe she's an artist. It's just a person that just cut and paste all these things into a picture for me and then gave it to me. Nobody would care because it took 9 months. They'd be like, wow, that's a lot of hard work. I can't believe you do that. I mean, why not just paint it yourself or whatever? But if you did that, it's the automation of it that people have a problem with. How easy it is. How easy it is for just some rum-dum to type something into a prompt, hit enter, and then get it. That's why people have a problem with it. And I get it. And
I
that's
don't know
a
if
fair
that's necessarily
argument.
the problem.
But that's a fair argument. And you can say it's
Is
too
it?
easy. That's a fair argument. I can see
If it
why
was
that's
not
way.
easy, well, I think the argument still stands with the same problem.
I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's horrible to say because I have friends that are artists. I have friends that I care about. I care about what they do. I care about what they do for a living. And I want them to succeed, and I want their jobs to be secure. And I don't want to see them go out of business. I don't want to go out. I mean, when I'm writing rule books, I don't want my job of writing rule books to go away.
It will soon.
I mean, and it will, right? I mean, so it's like, but I'm also just one of those things where it is a situation where people are passionate about it, but passion is it's not going to. I mean, I get it. Be upset about what you're going to be upset about, but we can't change it. The genie's out of the bottle. The bell's been rung. The toothpaste's out of the tube. You know what? Use whatever axiom you want to. Nobody cares because big capital wants to use it so they don't have to spend as much money so they can make more goddamn money. And the people that would stop it are our government, but they're in the pockets of all big business, so they're not going to do anything. And
You don't understand it yet.
we had but they don't care. And I mean, the fact that we're destroying our fucking planet anyway. So I mean, we're not going to be around in 50 years anyway. After we've just basically debilitated the entire planet of all its resources and abilities for people to live here anymore. Finally, the last.
How many
last
years did you say? 50 or 500? Oh, 50.
I mean,
Wow, is that it?
I just it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, it's horrible to say, but there's like bigger problems right now than whether or not people are using AI art for their
No,
the
there
cards
isn't.
in their, their board games. And I mean, I'm not. People want to be. I mean, I get mad when they give me the wrong soda at a Dairy Queen. So I am the last person in the world that should tell anybody else what they should or should not get mad about. But it is really tough. And like, as far as the board game world is concerned, the people had a chance to vote with their wallet, but they all wanted the new Terraforming Mars, so they gave them $2 million, even though they knew they used AI, and they just said, "Oh well, I want the new Terraforming Mars, so artists can go fuck themselves. I want my board game." The mob spoke.
It's everything though. So let's go with the scenario of, okay, well, we can produce game X using AI art and it'll be $75. And people will go, "No, we want artists, we want real art," and blah blah blah. And they go, "Okay, we're going to release the game with all original art produced by artists, and the game is $150. And the people will go, "Why is it so much?" Like the people who were complaining about HeroScape when the Hasbro did the Kickstarter, why it was so much, and to not have painted miniatures. And then Renegade got it, and they came out and they released the price, and they all started complaining, "Why is it so much?" Like, because that's how much fine detail that painted miniatures cost. You wanted it, you got it. This is what you got to pay for it. You can't make people happy. See, here's the ridiculousness of everything. Everyone will complain about the AI art thing. And I'm not saying they shouldn't complain. That's fine. But nobody complains that the games are made in China and people who work there are getting paid pennies.
Pennies. With children next to them.
It's a hypocritical
Yes, it is.
thing.
Right. It's what we choose to be. Oh, yes, I believe that if you do work, you should be paid for it. However, I also believe that if there's a cheaper way to do it, and you can get almost the same quality, then that is a way to do it. You know, if you produce two of this exact same handbags, but one of them says Gucci on it and one of them doesn't, but the Gucci bag costs 5 times as much because it says Gucci on it, I'm fine with the other one, the one that's cheaper. It's made well enough. It does what it's supposed to do, and it's cheaper.
Yeah. You done?
Yeah.
Nah,
Son of a bitch.
I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I'm saying it's everyone. Here's one of the biggest problems with all of this. The people who have the biggest gripe and the biggest complaint about everything are the people who actually fostered all this to begin with. They're all the people who want the new technology, and they want things to be smarter and faster and this and that.
Yeah.
And then when it comes around and it bites them in the butt, then that's what happens. The place I used to work at, they started changing all of the systems, and the systems checked everything. And the people who did that job were all like, "Oh, it makes our job so much easier." I said, "You do realize what they're doing?"
Put you out of a job.
And I'm like, "They're making your job something that monkeys can do."
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, "No, no, no." I said, what's the one thing without these changes that was important? That you had to think. When you make the system do all the thinking for you, you no longer need to train people to think. You can hire people, you can outsource it to another country because you can't do it any other way. You do A. If you do A, then you do B. If you try to do D next, it tells you can't do D next. You have to do C next. And that's what they did. That entire department got outsourced to India.
Hmm.
And then they were all like, "I can't believe this is happening." I'm like, "I've been telling you for the past 2 years this was going to happen."
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why everybody's surprised. I kept saying, "Don't be so excited that they're making your job easy." Because they're making it easy because they're going to hire 3 people for what they pay you, and they're not going to need you anymore.
A friend of mine's a stepfather went through that. He actually had to go to India to train the guy how to finish doing his job before they fired him.
Well, I mean, I've been screaming for the longest time. I mean, the problem is capitalism.
I don't think it's greed
It
in
is.
capitalism.
It is. Capitalism is the thing that like is go deep enough into any problem. Why is this happening? Because it'll save them money. It'll make them more money. It is because they have to make money because they need money to buy the things that they want, the things that we need, and things you don't need, and things that are luxuries.
But here's the other thing about capitalism is there are actually people who are very successful in business who really don't care about how much money they have. They just want to show that they can make more.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's the greed for whatever power.
It's not greed. It's at that point, it doesn't matter.
It's at that point it's greed
At
for
that
power
point,
or
it's not
glory or
greed.
whatever. It's
It's the look what I can do. Like look what I can do. I can just change this one thing and make this much extra money.
yeah.
I don't know. As I've gotten older, and I realize. So Tony said like there are bigger problems. He said that's a logical fallacy. I don't know. I mean, I understand the argument behind the like, oh, we can't worry about this because there's bigger things to worry about. I mean, I guess I would say the extinction of all human life on our planet is probably more important, whether or not we are using AI art and board games. That's just me, though. Maybe I'm the crazy guy here with crazy ideas about the extinction of human life. But I mean, I guess that if all human life was over, then I guess the AI could just sit there and spit out art all day long, and nobody would care. So I guess problem solved.
But
So,
AI doesn't have money, so they wouldn't be buying the board games
yeah.
anyway.
They don't need them.
They would just make their own.
They do it in their
Well, I
head.
mean, and like I said, go look it up. People warned about the fact that when cameras were invented and people could buy their own cameras and take pictures, they were like, oh, artists are going to go out of work. There's no reason to paint anything anymore. Landscapes, things like that. Just take a picture.
They'll finally find Bigfoot.
Yeah, exactly. He wouldn't sit still long enough for me to get my easel out and my paint.
Well, when cameras were invented too, you had to sit still for 45 minutes to take a picture.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I firmly believe, yeah, I mean, no, I mean,
You want to see
So-
a picture of my great grandfather?
you want to see everything he did for what was the I was listening to old
Here he is. Here he is with wearing a pair of overalls, standing by a killing machine.
yeah,
The kids in the future. You want to see 40 million pictures of my great grandfather?
and everything
What
he
he
did
had
every
for
single
lunch.
day of his life. What was I was listening to they're going through Norm Macdonald, some of his like I don't know, it's like these 100 best jokes about on Weekend Update, and there was one that said next month's issue of Penthouse magazine will include actual photographs of an alien autopsy being performed by a government agency. Early early issues of the magazine have said that the photographs are clean, understandable, provocative, and surprisingly easy to masturbate to. Then that one about search is intensifying after the crash of a chartered 757 off the coast of Honduras in shark-infested waters. Also joining the search, sharks. Oh man, he was funny. He was so good. He's no longer. No.
You guys were around at the end of MySpace, right? What
Yes.
happens to the data and all that's in there, like the pictures?
Still
Does
there.
it just get wiped?
Still there.
It's
You can
still
still
there.
access.
MySpace is still.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's still
Oh,
there.
is it? I thought MySpace was just gone.
Nope.
So they never closed it or nothing? Okay.
Nope. It's still there.
Didn't like Justin Bieber own it for a while or something like that?
No, it was
Oh no, that's right. The Kushner guy.
Jared. Not Jared. Jared Kushner.
The '70s show
Ashton.
guy. Ashton. Yeah.
Kushner, whatever his name is.
You know that guy.
Different Kushner.
But it's still there.
I thought he re-implemented that for like a business thing, though, like a commercial type thing, headhunter basically type thing. Yeah,
Who knows?
because I was thinking about my sister will post pictures of my niece, and I get her thinking of it. It'll be there forever. But I was just thinking, will it actually be there forever?
All right, I don't mean to divulge here, but so when I Tony, and again, I invite anybody who wants to come on and actually debate live with me. Anybody who wants the invite, I'll let them come on. But Tony said that the whole like there's bigger problems. It's a tactic to stifle conversation. That's why it's a problem. But you can't just apply that carte blanche to everything, right? I mean, it's just kind of like. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I would rather our efforts and our energies are, more towards something that has a more grand, colossal aspect to it. I mean, if the sun was going to explode in the next like 50 years, I would want all of our science to be moving towards making the sun not explode to try to figure out. I wouldn't want us to worry about AIR. I don't
I
know.
wouldn't be here. I wouldn't care.
Here's the thing, Lance.
The sun's going to explode?
Yeah, eventually.
So we're and I'm not saying who is and who isn't, but you have the same people who are complaining about the AI art who will sit there and play around with Chat GPT all day. And I'm like, it's the same thing. You're feeding it information. Whether you believe it or not, you're feeding it information to be used to take someone's job away.
Well, it's not everybody, but yes, I agree with you that I don't know, man. I don't have the answers. I can't figure this stuff out. It's just all sucks.
Pablo Picasso is not sitting there going, back in my day.
Well, and as I've said, Karl Marx once famously said that like the problem is with capitalism and making money off of a trade is the fact that in the past people used to say, I need some place to sit. So they'd go cut down a tree and they'd cut the wood and then they'd make a chair. and then they'd have something to sit in because they took the time to make the chair, and then there would be a value behind their efforts. So like if you go in, if you were like some person that built your own log cabin out in the woods and you lived there, you like there's a value to that. But if like you were really good at building chairs or log cabins and somebody said, I'd like you to make chairs for me and I'm gonna pay you, you know, $5 Canadian per chair. Well, you're still making the chairs and that person's taking them and giving you the dollars for them. But you're not getting any satisfaction out of what you're doing. Because and so to find the satisfaction, you're taking that money you're getting and you're going to like buy something else with it. But it never is actually as good as the satisfaction of making the thing that was for you in the first place. And we've lost that. Because capitalism is evil. Scott Alden probably takes a lot of pleasure in the fact that he made an amazing website and busted his ass getting it to the point that it's at. He can look at it the rest of his life and he can say, yeah, I made that. Especially if somebody shows up and gives him $86 million for it, it's worth it.
He'll settle for 77.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott, what are you doing for next year? It's a big one next year, 25.
I'll be right back.
What do you mean? Oh, for the fifth.
Then
20.
then we'll loosen up and we'll play.
Nothing?
I really don't have plans.
I think you should play something.
What? Like what?
I don't know. Let me think about it. I'll get back.
I have 2 conventions and 2 cruises, and what else do I need to do?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess I
So-
could have a get together or something, but
No, I just meant something to celebrate the 25th. Not
sure.
necessarily.
I mean, I don't know. I'll have to come up with something.
Yeah. Maybe exclusive,
know.
something you could sell at the store or something. Celebrate. Let me get stoned. I'll think
I
about it.
mean, we make a lot of stuff to sell.
But none about BGG being 25. Actually,
No,
there's
to be,
not, other
we
than
probably need maybe
shirts.
maybe a 25th anniversary shirt would be nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 25? Not crazy.
Yeah.
It's unfathomable almost.
So there was something I was going to ask you. The board game geek
I was thinking about that.
game.
The one Richard Brees did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you play test that or did you like?
No,
yeah.
I never played it ever.
I know.
I
Oh,
need
really?
to play it. I need to play. He just did it on his own. Like I just said, he goes, I want to do a thing for your whatever anniversary. Was it what?
10 maybe?
I don't know. Was that 10th? I don't even remember now. Let me look.
Was it 2010?
I can't remember.
It was in 2015. I think it was before that. Yeah.
It was 2009.
Nine.
It was the 10th anniversary. Yeah, he made the game and did all the work and did all the art and got all the permissions and all that stuff. Wow, that crazy.
Do you know anybody who played the game, Scott? Was it any good?
Oh, I heard it was okay.
Hmm.
Well, you can read the ratings.
I don't trust them
Solid-
ratings.
It's a solid 7.
It's too many ones.
It's rated 7,752 with 609 ratings.
Nah, it's
Only
only
5 10s. Of the 10s, no one actually has put a rating in that had a comment. Let me go to the 9s. Any 9 comments? Good fun. Plenty of angst in choosing where to shop and which games to buy. Very little downtime for a 5 or 6 player game. Nice closer. 3-player version. Plenty of screwage opportunities. Collect 3 copies of one opponent's games. Lots of things to do in this clever shopping game with a fabulous theme and great designer. What to sell, where to sell, what to shop, what to buy, how to get geek gold and keep others from getting it. Tense decisions, but fast moving. First play, everyone says, oh, I see. Well then, that's interesting. Then there's salesman personalities, the sneaky sellers, the saboteurs, the disappointed shoppers, etc. So it's a fun experience. Can't wait to play it again. That was from January 2010. That person logged in today. How about that? Still around. Betty Dingus.
Hey, Scott, can you look into somebody for me? When they just logged on the BGG?
Who?
Richard Borg.
Richard Borg?
Yeah.
Which one?
The one who did Memoir. He's like 75 or something.
Yeah.
It's cute.
He's great. Why do you want to know?
Just wanted to know if he's active. Like, I'd like to do like an interview with him. I'm just wondering, like, how active he is with the internet.
He logged in yesterday.
Oh, really? Okay. Maybe I'll shoot him.
His username is Richard Spaceborg. Yeah,
Maybe
he's
I'll
a
shoot him
sweetheart.
an email.
Very kind person.
He's somebody I would like to talk to.
Yeah.
There's a few people. I want to
Oh.
get a list together.
You just reminded me of something there. Who's his face?
Richard Borg.
No. Barry, just reminded me of something.
Hmm.
So, Barry,
Lance.
you enjoy playing the Axis and Allies.
Mhm.
Okay. So, and this isn't like a you idiot kind of thing. No, I mean, so you enjoy playing the Axis and Allies. I was watching this. I somehow, probably because Alexa's always listening or whatever. A thing popped up and said, "Oh, it's just like the championship whatchamadigs of Axis and Allies," and it was like, "Oh, we're gonna go through like each round," and it was like 5-player
Yeah.
games. And it was the championship game, and so then they were gonna talk about each round or whatever.
I can't remember the name of the channel. Yeah, I watched it.
Okay. Anyway, so where I'm going with this is that like, and then they had each person on. It was like a Zoom call, and they had each person on, and they were like, "Oh, what did you think about this move or whatever, kind of thing." And I was like, "Well, this is interesting." I mean, it's like these people are like they're the championships or whatever, and they're like, kind of, trying to win the whole schmeal kind of thing or whatever.
Mhm.
And so I was sitting there, and I was like, I was watching the thing, and then what I got used to, or what I was hearing on almost nearly every single thing that they were doing was, and it didn't matter if it was round 1 or round 4, they were talking about, now here's where we did the so and so move that usually happens in this round. Sometimes you wait till the 6th round, but sometimes it's the 4th round, and so we're gonna go here, and in this battle, Russia lost 26 IPCs worth of units. Germany lost 32 IPCs worth of units. And that's pretty standard, though Germany did lose a little extra. What'd you think about that? Oh, I really didn't like losing 32 IPCs. Usually I'm right around the 27 to 29 level, but that's okay because I did get an unexpected bonus in this section, so I got that. And I was just like, and that was kind of like all of the conversation. They were just talking about that.
Mhm.
And it was like one of those things too, where it was almost like people like talking about chess moves. Like it's like, oh, well, this is the chess move we're doing, so then their counter is this, and this is that move, and their counter is this kind of thing, and back and forth. And ultimately, all of them knew exactly, well, here's where Japan is going, did their Indochina move, which I expected this round because of this. And all it came down to was dice rolls. Like literally whether or not they got lucky with the dice rolls and determine whether or not they won or lost this
I
championship.
think that was a big complaint of the game and from everybody that played it.
And I was just kind of
like, if you know the right moves to make at the right times, it's basically the scripting is very,
but
like,
Scott,
because it's not dynamic.
By that point, you played the game 20 or 30 times.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it took you a long time to learn the best moves, but the best moves are pre-solved, right?
It was
calculated. With
it
a
was
good
just
set of dice
crazy to
rolls,
me.
you will win because of these moves.
It was
No,
just
and I'm
crazy
not
to
saying
me
that any of us will be at that level, but yeah, I mean, I think that, and I remember reading about that game back in 20 something years ago that, well, it's good for if you play a few times, and then once you learn all the moves, it gets boring.
Well,
I don't
that's
know if
any
the new one
game,
changes
though,
that at
isn't it?
all. Of course, any game.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Lance?
Well, and then this kind of fed into my brain a little bit about maybe this is just like, I mean, like, and again, hey, play what you want to play, enjoy what you want to enjoy. Who am I to tell you that you're not having any fun? Because I don't know whether or not you're having fun or not. But for me, it was like one of those things where you listen to people and they're like basically saying, oh, it's like, here I, did this move or whatever to do this or whatever. But they're playing a war game. And then I thought maybe that's like what, like they don't, people who play war games, it's like, oh, if I win, great. If I lose, oh well. I'm trying to have fun with it, and I'm trying to enjoy, the thing that I'm playing, kind of thing. And it's like whether or not I win or lose isn't really the key. I mean, the key is, just like, just kind of the simulation of it, right? Where it's, oh, how did this battle, how did World War II turn out alternatively to what, like you'd expect to see otherwise, that kind of thing. Anyway, it was really interesting to me. I mean, and I kind of went a long ways to get back to what I was trying to get at. But I don't know. It was
I think that's pretty common with many war gamers.
Yeah.
that they don't really play it to see whether they win or lose. It's more of a
No, it's more like I want just to see what happens.
Yeah,
that's-
they won't. Even if they play the same game like 100 times, they won't play it the same way twice.
Yeah. And that's the kind of gamer I am. I really don't care if I win or lose at a game. I'm usually just exploring. Yeah. But again, at the tournament level, that's a whole different beast, though. It's not like a casual gamer, or
Right.
the setup and all that's different. It's a whole different beast, and it all comes down, even like Magic and all that. It depends on how your cards are shuffled, or there's always a bit. It comes down to one thing at the end.
Yes, but there are people who are. You could play Magic with your friends and be really, really good at it, and you play against professional Magic players and you're done in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, this
Hey,
game takes
sounds like
6
my
hours,
wedding night.
but
Hey-o.
yeah.
All right. Well, we
I'm
got
ready.
everybody here.
I'm loaded at the AI for initials.
All right, good deal. What does AI say the initials are going to be?
AI.
F you.
F you.
What does that say?
Turn your camera on it.
HC.
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 Heavy carpentry.
Oh, I
Heavy
hate this. The worst kind of carpentry. It's heavy.
All right, here we go. Number one.
Remnants.
Appeared in Assassin's Creed. Number one. Appeared in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
There's 4 of those games? Wow.
There's way more than that.
Oh, Black Flag
there?
was amazing.
The,
I mean, if you're
Viking-
going to play an
sorry.
Assassin's Creed game, play Black Flag because being the pirate is like the most fun part about that game.
Huh.
The Viking one is pretty good.
Not
Is that
nearly
just
as
a
good.
console game or is it PC as well?
You can get it on PC.
Right, it's on PC.
And we're already off the rails. First question.
Listen at me.
Clue number 2. Connected to the sinking of the U.S. battleship Maine. Clue number 3. Connected to Dirty Dancing in 2004.
2004?
2004.
Anthony.
Go for it.
Havana, Cuba.
Havana,
Yeah.
Cuba is correct.
Havana Nights. That's what it was.
There you go. Clue number 1. Is a book by David Duchovny. Clue number 2. Associated with reporter and broadcaster Halsey Hall.
Anthony.
Go for it.
Holy cow.
Holy cow is
Holy
correct.
cow.
I knew you'd get it off that one. Yeah. Often said by the legendary baseball broadcaster Harry.
I thought, yeah.
Carey.
Well, I guess Carey's not in the game then.
Number 1. Is often stylistically one word. Number 2. It's often connected to food. Number 3. Often metal, plastic, or wood. Clue number 4. Often involves a mess. Clue number 5. Includes a tray. Final clue. A piece of furniture used to feed babies.
Anthony,
Go for it.
high chair.
High chair is correct. Well done.
And Anthony is back.
And Anthony,
He's
he's
back.
back,
Relieved?
baby.
Back at
Here we go. Clue number 1. Debuted in 1972. Clue number 2. First appeared in Japan. Clue number 3. Often seen on asphalt. Clue number 4. Originally a subcompact.
Matt,
Go for it.
Honda Civic.
Honda
Civic.
Civic is correct. Well done.
I drove a Honda Civic.
A buddy of mine had a Honda Civic. We went to the curling. I think I told this story. We went to the curling club to go. He drove us out there. It was like middle of the summer day. We went to the curling club to go curling. We had a few beers, had a good time curling, and then we left, and his car was gone. And he always just left his windows rolled down, his keys in the car, because it was a beat to shit Honda Civic. He didn't really care about it that much. And then we were like, well, so we walked home. It wasn't too far, but we walked home. And then we were trying to figure out, he called the cops to say it was gone and everything like that. And then he got a call from the curling club, and they were like, yeah, there's a guy here who wants to talk to you. And it turns out it was a guy that somebody had parked their car there, and it wouldn't run, and had told him to pick up my Honda Civic at the curling club and tow it to the shop and have it fixed. So they went and picked up my buddy's Honda Civic, drove it to the shop, and did like $800 worth of repair work on it.
Oh.
And then they called the guy, and then the guy called me and like, you didn't pick up my Honda Civic? And like, yeah, we did. It's in the shop. He's just like, that ain't my Honda Civic. And then I had to drive him out there, and they tried to get my buddy to pay for the work. Well, you really needed the work done. And he's just like, I'm not paying you a dime. You stole my car.
I love Lance's irate voice.
Just-
I'm not paying you a dime. Love it.
and he was just like, and they were like, well, we're not going to give you the card then. He's like, give me the phone. I'm calling the cops. Then they gave him his keys. Clear one. Includes synchronized swimming. Clue number 2 was set in the 1950s. Clue number 3 was released in 2000. Go ahead.
It's probably not right. Hotel California.
Repeat clue number 3. Was released in 2016. Clue number 4. The title features a comma and an exclamation point. Huh. Clue number 4. Oh, no, sorry. Clue number 5. Josh Brolin, George Clooney, and Scarlett Johansson all starred in this. Final clue. Joel and Ethan Coen directed
Anthony.
this. Go for it.
Hail Caesar.
You are correct.
Oh, I never saw it.
A very good movie.
No, it wasn't.
No, it just felt sloppy, I guess is the best way to describe that movie. And I am the biggest Joel and Ethan Coen apologist. So
Same.
yeah, it was not good. It's not good.
Worthy of a clue in the initials, though.
Yeah, that's
I'm in
true.
a barrel, Scott. I'm in a barrel.
All right, here we go. Clue number 1. Sometimes displayed as one word.
We've had 3 of that same clue.
Hey, it's displayed as one word.
Yeah. Okay.
Clue number 2. There are concerns over access. Clue number 3. Can contribute to a significant part of a country's economy.
Aldi.
Go for it.
Healthcare.
Health care is correct. Well done. Well done, sir.
Especially
Well
if you're
done.
the United States.
Yes.
Especially.
Hey, you don't like it? You can get out.
Gladly.
Never mind. All right.
Just
Number
keep
1.
paying your 60% tax.
All right. Clue number 1. Premiered at Sundance, later aired on HBO. Clue number 2. Involved temperature. Clue number 3. Involves burns. Clue number 4. Is a 2011 documentary. Clue number 5. Dealt with a spill. Final clue. Focused on the lawsuit Liebeck versus McDonald's restaurants.
Aldi.
Go for it.
Hot coffee.
Hot coffee is correct. Well done.
Aldi's not happy with that answer.
No, he's like, I got it.
I'll
but
take
I,
it,
I'm not happy.
But it took
about
me
it.
all the way to get there.
You guys all this whole game sucks. I hate everything
You know
about
what?
it.
Whatever, man. I'll take it. But
Clue number 1. By design, it's not very flexible. Clue number 2. It's used to distribute the load. Clue number 3. It's an oval. Clue number 4. It's used to aid in pulling.
Matt,
Go for it.
hauling cord.
I like where your head's at. Clue number 5. In the NFL, it has a hyphen. Final clue. This is an illegal tackle in football.
Aldi.
Go for it.
High collar.
And
Anthony. Horse collar.
Horse collar
Horse
is
Yeah.
correct. You're on the right path, Aldi. You're on the right
Yep.
path. That's what they call him. Old on the right path, Aldi.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, here we go. Clue number 1. Connected to Mark Twain.
Aldi.
Go for it.
Haley's Comet.
And that is a good
What?
guess, though.
How
is
a
that not
great-
it?
That
How
is
is
a
that not
great
it?
guess. That is
That
a-
is
Come
not
on,
it,
that has got to
Scott.
be
that
it.
is that is
How
a
is
You know that
connected
has gotta
to
be the
Mark
answer.
Twain?
that is a fantastic.
You know that
First-
was the right answer.
Yeah, I mean that
It
is
was
a that,
Mark Twain was born on the day of Haley's Comet and died on the day of Haley's Comet.
yeah, the years,
years.
basically, yeah. He said, I came in with the comet, and I'll go out with it. Is what he said, So, wow, that is it. And that what a yeah, that
Wow,
was
how
a great.
thanks initials.
Yeah. Thanks, Corey Cove. Your game sucks.
No, it's
All right, clue number one. Oh, you got no. Clue number one did that. Clue number two, connected to. Clue number two, connected to a Barnum and Bailey circus tent fire that killed over 100 people in 1944. Clue number three, connected to America's first witchcraft.
Anthony,
Go ahead.
Hartford, Connecticut.
Hartford, Connecticut.
yeah, that's way better than Highlight's comment.
Yes.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
So angry.
It's so crazy, this game.
So angry.
Hartford, Connecticut.
He's so spicy. Love it.
20 minutes from where I live.
All right, clue number one. Connected to paper. Clue number two. Was made infamous in 2000.
Matt,
Go for it.
hard copy.
Good one, though.
Clue number three. It's not completely detached.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
Anthony,
Go for it.
Hanging Chad.
Hanging Chad is correct. It's been an all-Aldi game. Barry hasn't been able to get in, or yeah. I think, but that one, Anthony wins. The rest is just for glory. Here we go. Number one, Chester Lee in 1992. Danny O'Shea in 1994. Ed Gennaro in 1991. Bud Kilmer in 1999.
Anthony,
Go for it.
head coach.
Head coach. And what are those head coaches for, Anthony?
They're all from movies.
They're all from movies. They're the head coaches in movies.
Is the first one Ronnie Dangerfield in Ladybugs?
I believe it is. I believe it
Chester
is.
Lee?
Yes. The final clue is all of these played what sports figures in movies. So they tie it all together in the end if you don't have it. Here we go. Clue number one. Connected to the premiere episode of 2015's American Horror Story. Number two. Debuted in 1976.
Matt,
Go for it.
Hotel California.
Is correct, Matthew. Is correct. I'm glad you came back and got
You
that
got
one.
Yeah.
I broke it off because that's too good of an answer.
Yeah.
No,
I-
Haley's
I-
Comet. Mark Twain.
Haley's Comet is too good of an
Yeah.
answer.
No, that's not coming back.
All right, here we go. Clue number one. Connected to Jan Hooks, Anna Gasteyer, and Amy Poehler.
I know they're all connected, but I can't think of it.
Same.
Clue number two. Has appeared on South Park. Clue number three. Connected to What Happened. Number three. Oh, it's number four. Went to Yale Law School. Number five. Has a famous spouse.
Anthony,
Go for it.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary
Mm.
Clinton is correct. Barry, this is your final one. Here you go, Barry. Connected to taxi cab confessions.
Aldi.
Go for it.
Hidden camera.
Is correct. Well done. Well done.
All right,
yeah,
Barry.
that was like
That is
connected to
fun.
scare tactics, connected to the Jamie Kennedy experiment, connected to MTV's Boiling Points, connected to Impractical Jokers, connected to Punked. Hey, did you hear? Did you
Punked?
hear that like the Impractical Jokers, whatever show or whatever, it's all staged. There was a big reveal. Can you believe it? Can you believe they
Yes.
staged it?
Stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine that would just happen naturally. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or- I do like the one that like on
I
the
remember
on the
Taxi
Punk.
Cab Confessions back in the day. Wasn't
Oh,
that
yeah, I
like
remember.
Showtime or Cinemax or something?
It was HBO, I believe. Yeah.
HBO.
I remember the
Kind of racy.
yeah, a little racy, yeah. I remember the show Punked or whatever. I think it was
Yeah, there's an episode where
well, no, they never showed it because
the
it was like
underage drinking.
No. The one that I'm thinking of is can't remember if it was Zach Braff or who it was, but basically
Yeah, it might have
it
been.
was something where like they find out like he comes out and like they made it look like this kid was like keying and spray painting his like brand new car or whatever. And like that was the show. And then Zach Braff like raced over to this like 12-year-old kid and I guess like started pummeling, like pushing him around and like punching him and like smacking him around. And they were like, whoa, it's not really your car. And yeah, and they didn't show that episode because they were just like, we're just
No, it's Justin Long and Jonah Hill episode with underage something or other. Google it.
Gotta be true. It's on Google.
yeah, it's gotta be true.
Gotta be true.
Now cue Aldi to complain about the fact that it's just not
It's fine.
it's-
Whatever.
It's
It's
just not as good as it was.
I don't know. I don't think it is. I mean, but you have to run out of stuff eventually. I get it. It's hard.
It is hard.
AI, I'll do it. 2 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
I should play with it a little bit and see if I can come up with something that's even close to it. I mean, look, it's great. He's put a lot of work into these things. He's done hundreds of them, right? These are the best of the
They're
best.
on like episode. They're like, yeah. I mean, it's been going on for like 6 or 7 years now.
Yeah, it's very well done. I just, it gets a little more Hartford, Connecticut every year. When we play.
A little more Hartford.
I mean,
connected.
pick a random city in the United States and put it together. I mean, you can just.
Well, the whatchamacallit is in Hartford, Connecticut. The Mark Twain House.
Sure. Never would have known that.
No. They moved away from Minnesota, though, Scott.
What were the other clues for that one,
They did.
Lance?
They moved.
For which one?
For Hartford, Connecticut.
Hold on. Yeah, get the cards out again.
Isn't it?
Let's see here. Hartford, Connecticut also was. Oh, excuse me. Connected to the NHL.
Hartford Whalers.
Whalers. Yeah.
Katharine Hepburn is buried here.
Yes, and one of the people I used to work with actually lived in her old house.
Really?
Yes.
Cool.
Is the home of whalers is the
Fascinating.
last-
Oh, and that's so two NHL references.
Well, the one thing is
Nah,
that
there's
one
actual
guy
whalers.
that's on the show is a big Hartford Whalers fan, or was,
Okay.
because they don't.
So they write it
exist
to
anymore.
they write it to the
They're the Carolina
to the
Hurricanes now.
So
It's okay. I just am grouchy.
no.
Well, it just feels like it's so random that it doesn't help anymore to
I
think
won't
about
play
things ahead
anymore.
of
I'll
time.
go away again.
No, I don't. No, please. It's not that. I'm just saying, like, it's so random. We used to, I mean, used to have like a list of names you would sort of like expect to hit, and that's not the game anymore.
No, it's Anthony Scott. Don't lie.
Where was Hugo Chavez?
No,
I'm kidding, Scott. Nah, yeah, I agree.
Where was Henry Cavill?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking that.
Not present. That's where Henry Cavill is.
Where was Helena Carter?
Yeah.
At the bottom.
Well, that's
I don't have the answers to those questions, sorry. I apologize.
Hugo Chavez. Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Behind the
Wow.
facade of this ordinary-looking bookstore,
Well, I feel like did he do Harry Carey before? I feel like he's done Harry Carey before.
That's what I
probably.
was thinking of.
Hayden Christensen.
Well, who's gonna
Yeah,
remember
that guy.
Herman Cain.
Herman
Yeah.
Cain. Rip.
Yeah, rest in peace, baby.
Godfather Pizza, baby. I only ever ate a Godfather Pizza one time.
One time.
One time went to a Godfather Pizza. That's what they had, a buffet.
So there was a Godfather Pizza right over by when I used to work at US Bank, and you could drive over there, and they had a pizza. Now it would just give me horrendous heartburn because I'm getting old or whatever. But they had a hot stuffed pizza, which was like hot Italian sausage, like spicy pepperoni, jalapenos, and like a special sauce that also was like a hot sauce. Like
Fra
it wasn't hot
Diavolo?
sauce, but it was pasta sauce, but it had peppers in it. So
Fra Diavolo.
yeah, and it
Red
was
Diablo.
it was tasty. It was super tasty. Now I can't even imagine how bad my stomach would be rebelling against me if I got one of those.
Do you know what name I was sitting on? Thinking it was obscure enough to come throughout? Horatio
idea.
Caine.
Horatio?
I'll be right.
Who's Horatio Caine?
From
From
CSI Miami.
CSI Miami.
Yeah.
David
Never seen it.
Caruso's character
Yeah, sure.
with the sunglasses. Everything put sunglasses on.
Yeah, he rips the
Yeah.
sunglasses off.
Whoa!
David Crusoe. What was that movie? Jade. That was like his big movie.
That was his
Like he
only
quit.
movie. He had
He
two
quit.
movies.
Quit
Did
acting
he?
to do it? Or just
He
TV to
quit.
do
He
it?
quit his day job acting to do movies.
Yeah.
Jade, and what was the other one?
Well, he's in First Blood, but that's not the one.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
looking at
minor
him.
role. Yeah.
Oh wow, David Crusoe looks a lot different.
Yeah, I don't know the other movie.
Yeah, he's on NYPD Blue, right?
Kiss of Death.
Never heard
Kiss
that
of
one.
Death.
I saw Jade.
Jade and Kiss of Death both came out in '95.
Jade was not a good movie.
Mhm.
Kiss of Death is him and Nicolas Cage and
Oh,
Samuel L. Jackson
Oh yeah, that's right.
and Michael Rappaport, who was in everything at the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's in nothing
Oh,
now.
there's actually a lot of people. I'm looking at that. That was Nicolas Cage, David Caruso, Samuel L. Jackson, Helen Hunt, Michael Rappaport, Stanley Tucci, Ving Rhames.
Which movie is this?
The Kiss of Death one.
Oh, Kiss of Death. I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Is it a remake?
I have no idea. I
Because
don't
there was a
know.
1947 version.
I know I saw it. After his time
Yeah,
in
it is. It is a remake.
Okay.
Oh, it definitely looks bad.
Damn remake.
Just from the cover.
Damn.
They ruin everything.
Everything. Highlander.
So what games do you want to play? Anybody? Anything coming out that you want to play?
Like, are we talking board games?
Anything?
or-
Board games? What are board games?
What are
Board games?
Board
Board games?
Board
Talking about
games?
board games?
The hell are
I
board
don't know.
games?
Board games?
Odin, get off of him.
Oh, excuse me.
I mean, here's the thing. There's a lot of games coming out. I mean, Eric is at Gen Con, or sorry, Gamma, and not a single old game is there.
Nah. Did you
It's
expect
all
them to
new.
be?
I don't know.
You gotta push everything in.
Is it all new? What about any games that were good last year? That was like, are you already on the new stuff? I mean, it's just, I guess that's the way it is now, right? Just
That's what it
constantly
feels like.
all new.
Yeah. That's what it feels like. I mean, I see
You know, there's a new
reviewers.
game from the guy who made Mark Swanson is his name. He made Feudum. I'm very curious about his new game
Oh yeah, I got the
called
email
Fled.
about him.
Fled.
Fled.
It's a 2 to 4 player sneak down corridors, sidestep wardens, and free yourself from a Victorian prison. But I like his, you know, he's got these weird, interesting, kind of crazy ideas. So I'm kind of curious about it. Although I hate to wait on a Kickstarter again, but so be it.
Yeah. Oh, here this
But I really liked
Fled.
Feudum for a minute until I started getting attacked.
Then did not.
Like that just broke it for me. Like I just didn't enjoy that at all.
I enjoyed Feudum.
I'm okay. I like games where I build stuff up, and then I don't like games that someone kicks my sandcastle.
The interactivity of Feudum is
Yeah.
just ridiculously good.
It was so cool. It was so cool. I was super impressed by the mechanics of it.
Yeah, I'm not so hyped on this one.
Oh, and the
Looking at
Flood.
the Kickstarter.
I'm just curious to see what it's gonna be. Is it actually out now on Kickstarter?
Kickstarter? Yes.
Oh, it is on Kickstarter. Yeah, Escape from a Vile Victorian Prison.
I think it just launched yesterday.
Probably yesterday. Yeah, today Tuesdays is the
No.
meta.
I don't know. It's weird because they only raised 19,
Yeah, it's not off to an amazing
almost
start.
20,000 of $50,000 goal.
Yeah, it's interesting because Feudum was huge, wasn't it?
I think Feudum was a different look and feel.
Yeah, I think Feudum had like a.
Like, here's the thing.
This is Clemens Franz too.
Like, if I came on here and was just searching and saw this game, I wouldn't even like put two and two together. This is the same guy.
Same guy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Feudum did the original Feudum did 263,000. The first expansion did 64,000.
That means
Third expansion.
538% funded. The first Kickstarter, 432 funded.
155,000.
624 funded for the last.
Yeah, it's smashing successes. Well, that's a bummer. Hopefully it'll make the light of day. I'll back it.
Well, you back everything.
I do not.
Not anymore. You said
Not
that.
true. Way slowed down. Way slowed down.
Yeah, you said that many times.
Big time. Big time.
Big time.
I mean, I still think I got like 100 games. Hey, did you get your myth?
Not yet.
Me neither. Why? When did that shipping notice go out? Like months ago?
Well, they said they were going to get it to a. I haven't gotten any like, hey,
Yeah, I
your,
was
your
just-
thing's
I
in
was
the
like-
mail.
Yeah. Okay.
I can wait
Anything else
patiently.
look good?
Make me look on your site.
And I will continue to wait
Yes.
patiently.
Kabuki, if everybody's on board with Sandcastle Kicking, that is great. However, that game took a lot of work to get anything made up, and it didn't take that long to knock it down. Really, really not that hard to knock things down.
So,
Now, I
Right.
like PAX Premiere quite a lot,
I love PAX Premiere.
I like that. Yeah.
but that's all about knocking stuff down. And I also like Station Fall quite a lot.
Yes.
I kind of like games that don't build up. To just have everything on the board all at once, and then start causing havoc.
Hmm.
That makes sense.
Major.
Yeah.
And I really liked Oath, which is I think vastly underrated. Vastly underrated. See what I did there?
Ha.
Ah.
Pass.
Oath, which I don't think any of you guys played, right?
No.
Aha!
It was so fascinating to me. I mean, it was amazing actually what it could do.
Let's see what's on Kickstarter right now. That would be interesting.
That's what
Yeah.
I was looking
You can go look at the crowdfunding countdown on BGG if you want a list.
Galactic Cruise.
Although Galactic Cruise, what do you guys think of Galactic Cruise?
We did the.
There's been a lot of
Kickstarter page
play.
for that,
You did what?
the Kickstarter campaign.
Oh, you set up their campaign.
Yeah.
So what does that
It's
entail?
good.
Like, what do you do?
In
You
that
go
case, it was
model it all
garbage.
and create all the content, copy, pictures.
We use a lot of the current game's graphics and stuff like that to create the thematic panels and look and feel to the campaign to make it look like the game.
Okay, that's cool.
We didn't have to do any ads or anything this time. They were all taken care of by their marketing agency, whoever they work
Who's
with.
their marketing agency?
I can't remember who it was. Crowdfunding Nerds, I think it's.
Is it Ninja Off-Duty Ninja?
No, it's not.
Is
No.
it Tabletop? What's the?
It's at
There's
the
a-
bottom of the
I-
campaign page
is
on
it-
the thing.
Is it? Did you see this thing? Oh gosh, what is the name? There's a kerfuffle right off the bat at Gamma. They made a sexist post on the first day before it even started.
What?
It went viral.
Read it
You
to
want
me.
So I don't know what I don't want to say what it is because it's sexist, but they basically said something about they're men was the insinuation. They don't iron, they're men. Something like that.
Who did this?
There
Oh,
was
I
a
saw
post.
that.
Yeah, it was a post. They've taken it down.
Who posted it?
I don't remember the name of their company, but it is a
Yeah,
consult-
you do.
It's a
You just don't
consultant.
want to say it out loud.
No, I don't know the name of it.
We
I
know
think it
your
was something
trick, Scott.
clerics. It was something with clerics because that was the gist of it was kind of funny with, and I thought, oh, this like I don't know. What
It was like a game company
no, a consulting company, marketing agency
that was at
at Gamma.
it was on Twitter or what?
It'd
I
make me
think it was
find
on
it.
Facebook.
It was on Facebook and it went viral. It went, like posted many times, and then they took it down and someone screenshotted it. I'm like, wow, can't get away from that stuff. I guess
Because I saw it. I don't go on.
they said, "Hey, we're set up at Gamma." I don't know. I don't want to say what it was because I don't know exactly the words. I don't, but it was basically a sexist joke.
Their shirts weren't ironed because they were
It
men.
said something like their tablecloth was not ironed. Don't blame us. We don't iron. We're not men. Or we're men. We don't iron. Sexist joke. Anyway, there you go.
So I
You
found
get the gist of it?
I found the game you have to back just because of the stupid name of the company.
What's that?
So Blood Feud, Samurai versus Vikings by Secret Squirrel Games.
Secret Squirrel.
Mhm.
They currently have 27 days to go. They have 2 backers.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't think they're going to make it.
that's
No, it's not even a funny joke.
that's almost as sad as that bag of penis game that somebody asked me to do the
bag of
campaign page
dicks?
for. No,
Bag
Oh,
of
bag of
that would
penis.
make sense if it was called that.
Oh,
Dan Rice the third.
It was not. They canceled the campaign because it had such negative reception.
They should call it Sacrifalix.
See, that would have been better.
It's also more fun to say.
Totally is.
marketing clerics.
Marketing clerics.
Yeah.
Never even heard of them.
Exactly. I mean, I guess it's their first year.
And now you never will.
I hate this.
They're on Facebook.
Swipe, a card game that's like online dating but worse.
Ah,
28 days left. They're at 15%.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you guys. Well, we can keep talking about games, but I got something else to say about something.
They're looking for $14,000. So far, they have $2,154.
Which one?
Swipe, a card
Swipe.
game that's like online dating but worse.
Look
Look at that!
Good games.
White cards with things written on them. There you go. We're the new edgy Cards Against Humanity ripoff.
We're so
Well,
edgy.
They did rip off apples, didn't they?
I saw this image, this marketing cleric's post.
Yes, because it went viral.
I didn't even read it. I just like,
Oh,
oh,
you didn't
who's
read it.
that?
Have they done their half-hearted apology yet though?
I don't know.
Oh, here we go. Lotharian Chess, a strategic fantasy board game that combines the movement of chess with the mechanics of a fantasy card game. They're looking for $20,000. They have 28 days to go, and they have 8 backers so far. So you can get in early.
You're so angry.
We should do this all the time, remember?
Yeah. We're giving you. Why are you upset
We're
with
giving
us?
free
We're
advertising.
giving you free advertising. I know he can get the job, but can he do the job?
Well, let's go to stuff that's ending soon. We want to help the people. These people just started. They have a shot.
I need a screen to look at with you.
Yeah.
I'm on my phone looking.
Oh my
Um,
god.
I'm
I don't
on-
want to give more press to this, but somebody posted a photo of their banner that they put up, and it lists all the services that they give, and somebody photoshopped in ironing and then crossed it out.
You know,
Yeah, it's not a good introduction.
somebody they dragged somebody off and they said, "Why did you do this? You idiot."
Oh, I'm sorry,
Did
but
you?
yeah, I mean, everybody's done blunders.
Yeah.
My old boss at TMG used to say, "Everybody's juggling balls. Just don't drop the glass ones."
All right, I'm making a plea to anyone who's watching this. It is now what time? It is 12:56 a.m.
57.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
If you listening to this, sometime within 22 hours of this time right now, please go and help the folks who have putting out Bible blurbs, a card game for people who love the Bible and competing with friends. And yes, stealing is allowed.
Ooh.
They're looking for $20,000 to fund. They have 13 backers right now. 22 hours to go. We could push them over the edge.
We can do it. Nah.
Why is stealing
allowed.
allowed?
I don't know.
Isn't that like that's a commandment, isn't it?
These are my favorite things though. The fact that people keep their Kickstarters on this long and they're just doing this poorly.
You think
Well,
that
they're just walking away from it. They're like, "We're gonna have a go," and they're not even looking at it.
Oh, here we go. This one, wait, this one may actually be good. It's a curling game.
Ooh.
It's Curl Spiel. Curling game with ability cards. You may have tried curling before, but you have never tried Curl Spiel. A new tabletop curling game with a twist. Come on, you have to back this. It's the people who make this are from Norway, so they know curling. And their names are Kurt, Ola, Stig, and Magnus.
those are some good names.
These are the real. This is the real deal, people.
Real deal.
If you want the real curling experience in a card game, this is for you. They're at the 48% mark with 1 day left. Oh, here we go. This is our unofficial sponsor of this episode of the Weekly Alaboom.
Mhm.
BGB, Board Games and Beer. Dallas's one and only board game bar where you can come play with your favorite board games while grabbing a drink. They should partner up with BGG. It's right there.
What is it? It's BGB.
BGB, Board Games and Beer.
It's in
Justin
Dallas.
Anderson is looking for $25,000 to kickstart this bar, this board game bar. There are 7 backers right now who have pledged $374. There's 31 hours to go.
How much did they want?
25 grand.
I'm trying to look at what game they're playing.
On the main picture?
I'm just wondering if it's like AI generated or not.
It could be. That's definitely not the bar they're playing in.
No, it's definitely
Well,
not.
what I love is that you'll have also people who will say things along the lines of, it's like, these are the ones that are they're using it for what it's supposed to be used for, like, not
Oh,
like,
yeah, and no one supports those people.
it's just like,
Yeah, those days are over.
yeah,
Wait,
I
this is why they're not funded. Telling you right now, because they talk about what the space will be, and they have a large selection of board games to choose from. A large table to provide ample playing space. And there'll be a separate dedicated space for trading cards that can be used with no table fee. But they're gonna have a Super Smash Brothers set up in the corner. Like that's it. You ruined it with this video game nonsense and this board game space.
Hey, Scott,
Yeah.
did you ever think about renting a library out down there, like in the area?
Renting it out?
Yeah, like.
No.
Nah.
We don't need the wear on it. It gets worn enough.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking like a small
Wear games
section.
out in like 1 to 2 years now. We have to replace a lot of games.
Oh, get on the wall of fame there.
Wall of Fame, like when I used to go into like some like my old record stores and stuff that I would go to, and they'd have the names of the people. We do not accept checks from Alice Jensen, Tobias Rutherford. Just like these people. That,
You are not welcome.
yeah, just angry.
Do you remember do you ever going to this place and seeing those pictures, and you would just wonder before they took the Polaroid of the person to put on the wall, like they told them look at the camera, and then someone else went behind them and messed their hair up
No, I did not.
because their hair was always like askew.
So a couple things, couple random weird things. The local. So I was gonna do a video, and I still might do it. I was gonna talk about all the different local game stores that have been in my area and which ones are closed, and which one. The reason why I wanted to talk about it because it would just be for my edification and whoever wants to listen to me prattle about them for like 60 minutes.
That's why they come.
But the Paradox Comics and Cards, which has literally been at the same place for nearly 30 years, is going to move. Like I never thought they'd move. And it isn't because they don't like the place there or anything like that. I talked to the owner. The owner's a friend of mine. I talked to the owner on the phone this morning, and he discussed it a little bit with me. It had nothing to do with whether or not, if you type in like Paradox Comics and Cards or whatever, and like in Fargo, there'll be a news story you can read. There was an old like COVID killed a long-standing Mexican restaurant that had been on Main Avenue in Fargo forever called Mexican Village.
Sucks.
And well, they have another location, but the downtown location was awesome. So, but and then the guy basically said the guy that owned the building was looking for somebody to rent it or lease it out to somebody, and his son was just a big comic book nerd that always came in and talked to Rich, and then like he just happened to like offhandedly mention it to Rich, and Rich was like, maybe I'll be interested, and then they eventually figured it out. So after like 30 plus years of being in the same location, they're gonna finally move to a place that actually has a parking lot. He managed to stay. Instead of like having to park on the street and everything like that, there's actually going to be a parking lot where you can actually go and everything like that. And they're actually like the guy who owns the place is redoing the entire building because it was a restaurant for decades, so they're gonna tear everything out and redo everything on the inside, and basically set it up how Rich wants it. And also like the record store that is going to go there. The Rich is friends with the guy that has a record store downtown. They're going to move into the place, which sounds pretty cool. Anyway, the whole reason behind this telling the story is that I'm always like amazed that there's always one. There's always one hobby store that manages to survive when all the other ones wither and die, and just and just go by the wayside. And it's just like, and it's a combination of like just grim determination, a little bit of luck, and a little bit of just yeah, I don't know, and just like doing right by people, and like having a place where people actually want to go and like spend money and do things. And the thing is that he doesn't really do anything special, in my opinion. He has a big open area for people to play Magic, and that's what's kind of like the place for people to go to play Magic. The only people that don't play Magic at his place are the ones that get thrown out because they break one of the there's like 4 cardinal rules of if you're gonna be in the open game area, like you can't stink. You it's like if it's a tournament and you're caught cheating, you're banned for life. I mean, there's like, I forget what the other ones are. I mean, like the people that have been banned, they
People who are intolerant of other people, and the Dutch.
and the Dutch, yes, yeah. But they are then they are tossed, and then those people have to go to oh, what is that place called? And it's a total full on QAnon guy owns it, and he's just a turd. Oh, what is it called? Little Big Wars is what it's called.
I wish that Kickstarter would let you filter things better.
Oh, they don't care.
Like, I wish you can go into tabletop games and then like do like board games versus tabletop RPGs versus the
I asked
9,000
him for that 10 years ago.
versus the
I
9,000
talked to the main guy.
3D printer files.
Yeah.
Starters.
Did you see Backer Kit crash this week
No.
on Tuesday?
Yeah, I saw that.
The new Brandon Sanderson novel went live on Backer Kit, crashed them.
Huh. What was it? What was it at?
Well over 10 million now. I don't know. I haven't looked lately. But I guess Brandon Sanderson moved over from Kickstarter to Backer Kit.
So
I mean, I'm not.
you asked
I'm
where
not
your
saying Backer
myth.
Kit.
You asked where your myth was, Scott.
My what?
Hey, did you get your myth? You asked me if I got my myth yet.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you got one or not.
February 19th, the update, because you don't read anything, says
So,
EU and non-EU shipping. It's finally happening. We are now shipping to all countries except
United States.
Mexico, Colombia, Chile, Brazil, Argentina, Taiwan, Thailand, Singapore, Marshall Islands, Philippines, New Zealand, Malaysia, Kazakhstan, Hong Kong, China, Australia, Canada, Macau, Arab Emirates, and the United States.
Oh my God.
What's left?
We're finally shipping worldwide. Minus half the world.
It's finally happening. We're shipping worldwide. Except
Is Canada on the list?
Yeah, Canada's on the list.
Yeah, oh, Canada. Oh, bummer.
To answer your question, Scott, it's at 15.5 million right now.
Wow.
I'm sure the 3 backers in Kazakhstan are like, man, this blows.
Yeah, really.
Where's my shit?
I'm screwed again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big deal for Backer Kid, I think, right? Backer Kid also had Gloomhaven, right?
Well, it had the thing is, it had a $2 million funding goal.
No, I know. And the first time I could load the page without it crashing was 10 million. It was at 10 million.
So what do you think is going to happen with because Asmodee is it Asmodee? No, Simon just moved all their.
Simon's also moved. They moved over to
GameFound.
GameFound.
I wonder what that's going to when the next.
I mean, whatever. I don't know if it matters. Does it matter? I mean,
They're
I guess
not on the same level.
A couple million here, a couple million there. Maybe eventually it adds up to a significant amount of clout. I don't know.
No, I mean, like, will any Simon campaign? Or is GameFound beefy enough to handle Simon campaigns?
I think it already did.
Did it?
I believe so.
A big one.
So between Myth,
so.
theoretically, getting Myth in April, they're saying US will get their things in April. Between that and the fact that RPG book called Reign, REIGN, that funded in 2018 they're just starting to finally ship out the books now.
Takes time.
So I have two of my oldest Kickstarters, other than the Lazy Gamer.
Oh man, the lazy gamer.
In the next month or so, I'll mark off two of my oldest, and like quite literally, I can probably mark off Lazy Gamer because I'm never gonna get that. That guy, yeah, he's nowhere. And then, of course, Madeira.
Oh,
I had a memory.
Oh,
I had a memory pop up from like 3 or 4 days ago when I posted my Madeira review on like on Facebook or whatever. I said my Madeira review. If you like heavy games, this game is amazing or whatever. And what's your game had like reposted or shared my thing, from whatever ago. I was like, oh, it's a kick in the teeth. Madeira gone, vanished. It'll be down to Madeira will be my oldest.
So the Words of Radiance Leatherbound by Brandon has tripled the highest project of all time on BackerKit.
What's on?
The highest project, the top project on BackerKit before the Brandon Sanderson book was Gloomhaven Grand Festival.
Right. That's what I was saying. So Gloomhaven and this book puts BackerKit on the map for sure.
Yeah. Gloomhaven was 5 billion.
GameFound did CMON stuff already before. Like their last project was, I think, Song of Ice and Fire.
Here are the top 10 most funded projects. Obviously, the Brandon Sanderson, Gloomhaven, the MCDM RPG, 4.6 million. Return to Dark Tower second printing, 2 million. The Magnus Archives role-playing game from Monty Cook Games, 2 million. Lackadaisy, What Comes Next? Books, plushes, and something else. That got 2 million. Spirit Island was number 7. The Nature Incarnate. That's 1.2 million. The Armory Wars returns. 952,000. Adventures of the Cipher System, Monty Cook Games, 711,000. And Mini Museum 5, the 5th edition, 709,000.
What's Mini Museum 5?
I had no idea.
Sounds like a video game or something. Oh no, it's a minis project, right? Like the plastic.
So this is a Mini Museum is back with the 5th edition. This is a new grand collection of 34 specimens from across time and history embedded in handcrafted acrylic. It's our biggest project ever.
Okay. Well, I think there's some serious contenders there in the world of crowdfunding.
No.
Yep.
There will be things like that like Gloomhaven and the Brandon Sanderson novels that will have their own they will have their people that will follow that wherever it goes, but those are not people that are going to sit there and then organically like, oh, what else does BackerKit have?
You don't think so? You don't
A
think
small,
now
a
that
very,
they're
very
in the
small, a very, very
ecosystem,
small percentage. A very, very, very
do you
small
think the ecosystem is being used to market other games?
I don't think that people are perusing Kickstarter like they used to.
No, they don't.
Sure.
I mean, you basically work your ass off and bring all your own people, and they bring in a little, but not much. People don't go on Kickstarter. They don't go on GameFound. They don't go on BackerKit and go, oh, what just launched or anything like that. Everybody just uses marketing firms now to reach as many people as they possibly can. I don't know. What that is to me, and I'm a bit of a naysayer here, but I mean, from what I know from working within the industry and from what I've seen about returns on where your backers come from, because it's very easy to figure that out with analytics and links and what have you. So, and I can't speak for anybody but myself. So, but from what I've seen is that like almost nearly it's right around 60 to 80% of your pledges come from the advertising that you put out in the world. Now, is it possible some of those people like may have seen it on Kickstarter, forgotten about it, then they see the Facebook ad and there's like something there? Sure, but it's an inconsequential amount of people. It is your advertising that you put out in the world, putting ads on Board Game Geek, putting ads on Facebook, things like that, that are bringing people to the Kickstarter page and getting those people and then your Kickstarter page or your GameFound page or your BackerKit page has to, charge somebody up and get them excited about it and then want to give you the money for it or whatever. It's your mailing list that you send out. It is your own website. It's stuff like that it is getting big channels to do a video of yours, and then like the organic amount of like traffic that just comes directly from that website is small comparatively, to whatever.
Organic internal traffic on the website itself, like Kickstarter.
Yeah, I mean,
really,
and the thing
don't they
is
credit
that
themselves for a lot? Like I know that we had a trouble with like, like let's say you get to a project from Board Game Geek to Kickstarter, and then from Kickstarter you get to another project. The credit Kickstarter gives themselves the credit for that, like the link through.
Well, but here's the deal: like whenever we go, I mean, you can't get it out of Kickstarter. But when we ask GameFund, it's like, hey, where did our funding come from, or whatever. Then I, it's and then they give you the data, right? It's just like you look and it's there right there. You can see that it's like, oh, this data like shows that it isn't coming from GameFound. It isn't coming from Bill Cruz and GameFound. It's coming from our own like outside links, that are bringing people in. And I'm not saying that once somebody gets on GameFound, they don't see it and they don't look at it or whatever, but it's not compared. You bring your own audience in. It just right now, and again, I don't know if this is the fact or not. This is just me supposing and having a suggestion, or what I think it is that I think a lot of that stuff is people at BackerKit or wherever, like BackerKit knew that. Well, no, what actually probably what it is that Brandon Sanderson's people or him himself and then Isaac Childress or somebody within this company reached out to all of the crowdfunding groups and said, hey, we're going to run this campaign, what can you do for me? And probably they turned those around and it was like one of those things where and so and I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I mean, I do know that like a business is a business is a business, and if they think they can make money off of you, they will they'll do what they can to get you excited to come and work look at your thing, and because BackerKit knows that Brandon Sanderson has worldwide appeal, and it's going to drag more people, and they're going to make so they can give Brandon Sanderson. It's like, well, hey, look, we'll only take 2% of your money instead of 5%, and because we know we're going to make a ton of fucking money off of you, and we can lower that percentage down, and then they go and drag a bunch of people in there. BackerKit makes some money, and that's one of those things too. When BackerKit knows that they've got a fucking whale, they will. And again, I don't know if this is the case or not, but this is just sound business sense. They know they got a whale. They'll start spending their own money and like pushing ads and things like that, trying to get more people, because every fucking dollar that comes in, that's more money from them. So, yeah, I don't know. It sounds like I sound grumpy when I'm talking about this stuff, but I mean, I don't buy into the fact that any given, the only site that people go to, in my opinion, in any large amount of people that still go to a site just to look and see what's out there and what they can give money to, is Kickstarter. You do not have just people typing in game. Let's see what's on GameFound today. That just doesn't happen. I have no numbers to back that up. That's just my gut. That's what I think. And I could very well be wrong. But that's just my personal feelings on it. Anyway,
That's all I gotta say about that.
yeah. So, no, I don't know.
Oh, it's interesting though. I mean, 5 years ago there was no competitor.
Yeah.
No, and it's just, and that's just it. I mean, it's just like, I mean, Kickstarter just, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they just know that more people would go to them than anything else, right?
I'm sure they have a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
I know we send them a lot of traffic. I know the numbers.
Yeah. Well, they should be paying you.
Free advertising.
No, they
Not
were,
without trying.
they got very close to being uh Kleenexed.
What does that mean? Oh, the brand name?
The
No.
whole crowdfunding thing being called kickstarting something.
Oh, I think that's already there though.
No, people still use crowdfunding more so than
Oh, is it
Kickstarter.
crowdfunding?
Yeah.
Okay. Kleenex.
close.
Is that good for Kleenex? Probably good for Kleenex.
Well, it's bathroom tissue,
Yeah,
Xerox, and
sure. No, I know you're
Q-tip.
getting it. I'm just saying, like, it's
Band-Aid.
pretty good. Pretty good to have to be called something of what it is.
Oh yeah.
Like, then it doesn't allow for many competitors. Although
Well,
I think
the thing is, every competitor that does the same thing, you call it that.
yeah, I'm gonna Google that. Bring up Bing.com.
Yeah.
Kabuki Kid.
Mm.
Yeah, we were thinking the same lines, Kabuki.
It depends on your age. Like the fact of that I will still say can use Xerox that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I
Oh,
don't know if
man,
I would
hey.
do that, but yeah. Yep.
Go get me a Band-Aid.
Mhm.
Like we don't have any Band-Aids. I have this brand's adhesive
Oh,
bandages.
Band-Aid.
Like
Yeah,
the
Band-Aid.
You need an adhesive strip.
adhesive bandage.
I need a
The cute, like the everything, like Q-tips and
Q-tip.
Channel locks.
Is it wrong that I find it hilarious that people are still logging into the Madeira Kickstarter and saying, "Can I get a refund?" It's just
What happened with the
Okay.
Madeira Kickstarter? Oh yeah, they're gone, right?
they're
Yeah.
gone.
yeah, he's just.
Oh, is there comments now still?
Oh yeah, still to this day, that people are posting comments as of like as recently in the last couple of days on the last update that was posted on July 16th, 2023, saying, and I quote, hello, have some information about the production planning and delivery. We haven't had news about the game. Thank you. Too much time waiting. Saying the games or proceed to refund the money I paid. Kickstarter should do something. Any news? This is frustrating. That was 7 days ago. There are still many people willing to pay shipping to push this over the finish line. Let's make something happen. 8 days ago. People don't realize that it's like
Shipping for a game that doesn't exist?
well, no, they showed pictures of the games made, but the thing is that most likely the games are
Really?
sitting in a
Warehouse.
warehouse in China because they can't pay the company made it or whatever. Maybe they made it without they didn't pay for the whole thing. Maybe they paid to have it made, but now they can't. They didn't have the money to ship it out of there. Now those things have been sitting there, and they have storage fees up the yang for the games that they're not going to release them until they get their storage fees. You know, I can't. I I can't get the record deal if I don't have my demo, but I can't get any money if I don't have the record deal. Yeah, just
Right.
yeah. So I mean, they're just and so they're just like, yeah, we're out. You know, see you later.
What happened with Storage Wars? I mean, Pallet Wars. I still haven't gotten my shipment.
Well, so that's weird, man, because
Yeah, because that wasn't that supposedly like
well, yeah, but then
some
they
angel came along
they
and
canceled Storage Wars and they supposedly
Wars.
refunded everybody's money because they were going to have a deal with Catalyst Games, and Catalyst Games was going to like basically buy up Peterson Games, and they were going to publish Cthulhu Wars, and now it's so hush hush, but the Catalyst Catalyst Games Peterson Games buyout like fell through, and nobody knows exactly what happened. It's a big giant kerfuffle that and nobody knows. It fell through, and that was like, so they said, oh well, we got we're gonna do this thing, and that was announced back in August of 2023, and now it's just gone. Like it just didn't happen. Like you can't even find news about it. It's just
Oh,
like,
so Pallet Wars is over, and
well, because they're gonna do it, and then they refunded everybody's money. They said, "Oh, well, Catalyst is gonna have pay to ship everything for us, so we're gonna get this stuff going." But then it's
that's what the plan was.
yeah, that was the plan. And then
I
when
never
it
saw
fell
that, but
through,
yeah.
like nobody knows anything. It's like it is like the biggest, hugest like secret. I've tried to dig into it to find out what's going on, but yeah, just nobody knows. So, what are you gonna do?
You need an investigative reporter.
What are you gonna do when they come for you?
What you gonna do?
Get Steven Seagal.
That is a bad boy.
BB Siegel. That dude can play guitar though. Holy
Really?
shit.
Yeah, he's a pretty good guitarist.
No, he's not. He's so bad.
Oh, I haven't seen.
Oh my god. It's yeah, you should YouTube it. It's really bad.
It's just the never mind.
He has a blues band, and it's just like, I mean, I don't want to gang
Yeah.
up on the guy, but holy cow.
Yeah.
I guess when you got yes men around you, you don't know when you fail. You know?
Yeah.
What can't he do? He's a law enforcement officer. He's a
Yeah.
As
Martial
far as I
artist.
understand, not much very well. But I don't
Jack
know.
of all trades. Okay.
But yeah, I don't want to beat up on him too bad.
You could beat up on him, Steven Seagal.
He'll throw you around like a
Oh.
rag doll.
I want to tell you guys, I'm out of crypto.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Finally, Scott.
Sold
Finally.
out.
Sold it
yeah.
all. I'm out.
'Cause
3
you
years.
just-
Yeah.
I was in
it
for
just
3
went back
years.
up,
I'm out.
right?
It
Did you
did.
lose
It did.
anything badly? You
No, I
any
made money. I actually made money.
You just sensed the
Yeah.
demise.
Well, I told myself as soon as this is in the above water, so I will sell it. And then it was
Yeah.
above water, and then it kept going above more water, and then I said, "Oh, selling it."
There you go.
It wasn't the
Nice.
moment it went above water. I didn't even notice that it went above water. Like it was
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
I
somebody told me
turned
the
it
other
on
day.
one day. I heard there was a crypto spike. I turned it on, and here I am, like
Time to
30%
get out.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, done, gone.
Yeah.
I'm out. Sold my Dogecoin.
Oh yeah.
I think I lost money on the Dogecoin,
Yeah.
but I had Ethereum and Bitcoin. Sold it all.
Yeah.
It was actually
So,
pretty
oh,
easy.
Overall, how did you feel about the experience?
Sucked.
Ha!
I mean, because there's nothing exciting about it. Like you spend money on nothing in a computer bit, and then there's no company, and it's like,
yeah.
I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff and you can hang with the losses and the ups and the downs, it's fine, I guess.
I just
I
went to
still
the
have money
Peterson
in, but-
Games website
I just
and like
don't think it's really anything worth caring about anymore.
almost
Yeah,
like the
but-
vast majority of anything is just sold out. Like for like Cthulhu.
All their
Wars.
games, yeah. I mean, they're basically defunct, right?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, that's
Is
just it.
defunct,
I
or
don't.
is
I
it
don't know
still-
what's going
are
on.
they still
I mean,
operating?
obviously the website's still up. So I mean, and they still like here like the Glorantha. They did update. They on January 9th, 2024, the path to us for finally completing and delivering the God's War 2 is coming into view. In the next few weeks, we are going to have a major announcement on this. Thank you for your continued patience. And Tunda, we realize it's been a frustrating journey. I can only reiterate that it's been exceedingly frustrating for me and my team as well. We are on your side. And that was January 9th, 2024, and they have just gone dark since then.
When was
Then
this?
like of course somebody like
January this year.
is this a dead
Oh.
project? Nah, man. Their path is still coming into view. Just yeah, it's like, hey Arthur, can we get an update on this whole Endeavor stand? Sounded like there was a glimmer of hope a while ago with Catalyst and something, but then it went quiet. It's like, and somebody just said the Catalyst deal fell through. you know. So now we're wondering.
it did fall
now
through.
Well, but nobody knows. I mean, it's just
nobody
like
knows.
I mean, you scour the news, and it's just like in board game news, and nobody knows anything. It's just like, and they're not saying anything, you know. So it's just kind of like you're all just kind of, which I mean sucks. I mean, I know Sandy, and I mean I consider him a friend, and he was a super nice guy, and it sucks that you know he just can't, whatever happened. I mean, obviously, well, I mean, I've talked about this, and I don't want to go down the path again, but it was like one of those things where it was just like, yes, there's no way possible you could predict a pandemic, right? You just can't. But they literally, and I always said that it was kind of like it seemed fishy to me, where they were like, oh well, we got this thing, we're gonna publish this thing, and then they said, um, we're going to and then we're gonna deliver it. And then it was taking forever and taking forever and taking forever. And it was obvious they just ran out of money and they weren't making it. And then they said, well, so here's the deal. It's like we had to do one of two things. We could either just make the stuff that we had, and then um we could go ahead and get that to you. But in the long run, that wasn't going to help our company. So what we've decided to do instead is we're going to go ahead, and not only are we going to make this stuff for the Cthulhu Wars that we need, but we're also going to have the manufacturing company go ahead and make all this other stuff for Cthulhu Wars as well. So we'll have a bunch of inventory that we can then sell, and then it's going to, because you know obviously they're going to have the manufacturing company make a bunch of stuff for them, and they're going to get a better price. I mean, I'm reading between the lines here. They're going to get a better price because there's a ton more that they're going to make, and then they can then use the profits of selling that stuff to continue funding the other things, and that was their plan. Well, then, which is like, okay, makes sense, but that also is like one of those things where it's like you're going to do that and you're not going to have any other money, so if anything else goes wrong, you're screwed. And then COVID happened, and then the price to ship that stuff out of China was ridiculous. And then once again, we're in that situation where it's like there's stuff sitting there, and it's sitting in warehouses, and it's being charged fees for sitting there, and they can't get it out of there, and they can't get it shipped over, and they don't know what they're going to do. And
Then they learn from Flying Frog.
I don't know. I mean, it sounds like it's very slowly reaching the Cthulhu War stuff is very slowly reaching people right now. But they have so many outstanding things. I mean, like I don't know if I'll ever get my Glorantha stuff. I mean, it's just kind of like, you know, I mean, it's just like they're probably, I just don't see myself getting the people that are waiting on their Planet Apocalypse stuff. They're not going to get that. You know, it's over. It's done with.
Sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever.
It's
I
the
mean,
gamble you take.
well, yeah, and that's just it. I mean, somebody posted just one day ago on the Planet Apocalypse. What happens to my pledge if I die from old age while I'm waiting?
Mm-hmm.
You know, gotta love how a few leaks in their update is stretched nearly 2 months. You know, what an absolute joke. And you know, it was just one of those things too, where it's just like, they have a board game called Hyperspace that they did that's 5 years late. I mean, and they just honestly told people, well, Hyperspace is, you know, we'll get to it eventually. You know, you know, I mean, just you know, but 192 updates. That's never a good sign. That's never a good sign.
This is why I go to retail.
Well, it says here January, because on January 9th is when they put the same update. A path to us for completing and delivering Hyperspace is coming into view. Notice completing, meaning it hasn't even been made yet. In the next few weeks, we're going to have a major announcement. This has been a particular sore point for me because I am desperate to get Hyperspace out. I really want to be able to show it to my father, a huge science fiction fan since the 1940s. He is now 95 years old, and while he is in good health, clearly moving apace on this is desirable. It's just kind of like, which sucks. I mean, he just kind of puts that little thing in there, but then again, it's like they're just not posting anything. And what sucks is that and I say this to everybody, is like, it's like if you're gonna post stuff on other campaigns that you're running, people go to those campaigns and they look and they're like, just say something, just say anything, and they will, and people, yeah, there's gonna be the boo birds that are gonna come out and call you horrible names and they're gonna trash on you, but most people, as long as you just say something, they'll be okay. And here's my gut, and I could be wrong on this. Again, I have no idea. This is just my own experiences. When people go silent, like completely silent, and they don't say anything for months, it's because they have no interest, zero interest, zero interest of actually completing what they're doing. It's just not going to happen. They're in a spot because of finances, life, whatever. It's just not going to happen. And they don't want to go on there and post something like, yeah, this isn't happening. Because if they post that and then like something happens where they're able to do it, then they can, right? And yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's just, it sucks because nobody went into those things trying to screw people out of money. They went to it with the intention of making money and making games, and it just didn't happen. I just don't get it. I don't get. Just say something, anything.
How goes it, Evan?
Good. Doing.
Play any games lately?
Well, I just learned for the first time because I saw your post that Regicide can have more than 2 players. I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know? Oh, yeah.
No.
4-player actually.
Nice.
So were you guys disappointed in what gets played if you win?
What gets played?
What do you mean?
Like what the animation is when you win the game?
Oh,
I don't even
I mean, we
remember.
play on BGA, so there was no animation.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Was there an animation? I didn't use the app. We used it. We were playing on BGA.
Oh, yeah. Is there like a cool thing in the app?
I guess I could push the app and see. Go through what it is.
It's sadly disappointing.
Let me. Does it have sound effects? Or is it just an animation?
No, I think it's that sound effect too.
I think I got my highest score ever on Gaia Project the other day. 100 and something. I thought it was good. I don't know. Who knows?
Nobody knows.
Neat.
Exactly, right?
I gotta get back into that board game already. I start to mess with it a little bit. Most of the games I don't know the rules to. That's
But yeah, all my
It's-
in-person plays these days are just
The
prototype.
thing that sucks about like digital playing, like I'm okay with, like tabletop simulator. I can do anything in that. But then it's like, oh, hey, let's play this on Board Game Arena or let's play this on Tabletopia. And I'm like, they don't use the same shortcuts.
Yeah. Tabletopia is just different enough where it like breaks my mind.
Yeah, I don't
it's
like
very
it.
similar.
but
It's not the same.
Good night, Matthew.
Night, Matt.
Hey, man.
Night, buddy.
I'll get down the real business. That's the Canadians going.
Yeah.
I'm getting through it.
You get through it.
I want to see what this does. You hear those sound effects?
Negative.
Nothing.
Nada.
The graphic.
Well, I'm almost done with it. I'm not. I'm just cheating it.
Oh, yeah.
So this is fascinating.
Throwing. We deserve an Emmy for this.
Hitting it with
Forgot to-
kings.
Forgot to check my Polish.
Oh,
What?
there's the graphic.
Is it the lamest thing ever?
Pretty lame.
Is it?
It's funny. No sound effects though either. Oh well. Well, you know, it's a free app, right?
Yeah.
It's just a companion thing.
Well, I get that, but the fact that you actually took the time to animate that thing,
Yeah. Well,
even
you
though
know,
it's on a loop, it's
well,
Well, what?
I don't know. I was gonna go too, but Evan's here. I want to talk to him and stuff. Anything
Right.
exciting?
I think so.
Nothing.
I got to sing some tango music.
What's
which is
tango
exciting.
music?
Well, it was written in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s down in Buenos Aires, in Argentina.
Okay.
It's kind of like a Latin big band.
Is it like the
feel,
girl from Ipanema?
Kinda? Although I think that's more
Bum, bum,
Brazilian.
bum, bum, bum,
the
bum.
girl from Ipanema goes walking.
Yeah,
Is it like that or no?
it's a little different, but it has that kind of
Okay.
flavor.
But it has that little bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, it has that kind of flavor.
Or is it okay?
It's not quite as upbeat as that. Like the lyrics are like really. It's like well, it's like big band country music, where like everything's about like losing love and their loved ones dying, and it's a tango song. It's a tango song. It's a tango. Yeah. So yeah, my band broke up whatever like 8 months ago, and so I haven't been able to sing. So
The Adams Family,
Oh.
Scott.
it was nice. It was nice. I'm excited to go to conventions this year. I'm having FOMO because I didn't go to Kentucky.
Uh,
All my
Oh, did you go to
designer
Gamma
friends-
last year?
I went last year. Yeah, I've been for the last however many years, except for obviously a couple.
Do you get a lot done there? Like, do you do a lot of business and stuff, or just
mean,
you just the
I don't really-
socialization of it?
I don't end up signing games at conventions usually. I
Yeah.
end up just like hanging out with my friends and meeting new people. And then sometimes out of knowing people is when I sign games. So it's the answer is it is a money losing proposition to go to conventions for me, but I love it and I get to hang out with my friends.
Right. It's a social thing.
Yeah, it's a social thing for me and I just enjoy it, you know.
Yeah.
And I get to like catch up with people and
Hang out.
what's up, Beats?
Makes sense.
so yeah, I super
Although I'm just, what's
so
there to do in
I like it a
Kentucky
lot.
besides the convention hall? I mean, is there anything to do outside of that? I mean, because Reno had at least he had like casino.
Right. I mean, I never left the casino anyway, though. You know, like all these conventions, I just stay in and hang out. I never like go
The-
see any of the sites or anything.
There's the bad
Gamma-
company.
Gamma in Vegas was the best. Honestly, like it was so great.
I only made it to one Gamma in Vegas, I think, or maybe
Okay.
two.
Me
We
and
did
Summer
too.
actually talked about going to Kentucky yesterday. She has some family in Bowling Green. That's what I said. What the hell is in Kentucky?
Yeah,
Sure, there's something to do there.
I'm sure. I am bummed that that's yet another East Coast. Well, not quite East Coast, but we had like one major West Coast. I guess there's a few West Coast conventions, but almost all the conventions are like that direction. And now it's another long flight away to Kentucky instead of Reno.
Right.
But I'll survive. I'll survive.
I will survive. You do that song?
No, I would though. I would definitely.
You
do.
would.
don't know
You
that
would do
song?
you probably do any song, right?
Get you demonetized. But I'm going to
I
Essen
know with
for the
that,
first
not
time
with
this
your
year.
voice, you won't.
Going to where?
Going to Essen the first time this year. I'm excited about that.
Right. For sure.
You going to do some sightseeing before or after, or just Essen?
No, my convention allotment is, because when I'm gone, it's solo parenting for my wife, so I don't do any extra days of sightseeing or anything.
No extracurricular.
No, she'd be like, "Get your behind, get
Yeah.
your lazy behind back here."
Well, you probably got to go out at least a day early just to acclimate.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the
Did
second.
you get your hotels squared away?
Yes, we did find. We did. It's called Just Stay,
Just
So
stay.
I think it's like 0 amenities. There's nobody at the
Oh,
front
this is a
desk.
hostile.
Yeah, you show up. There's a room. There's a bed, a shower. Done.
When I looked into
Showered
going,
that all with 25 other people.
when I looked into going a few years ago, I had booked a place just so I would have it, and it was it was a hotel,
Yeah.
but it looked like the rooms looked like it was like someone's house. Like it was like a bed and breakfast it looked like
Sure.
Oh.
there was a twin bed in each room. So it wasn't even like a double. It was like a twin bed,
Mhm.
a nightstand, and a window. And that
Yeah.
was it.
Yeah. That's all you need.
There's smaller people over there, ain't they?
Yeah. My legs can hang over the edge. It's fine. I'll be okay. No big deal.
It's all right.
But yeah, so I'm excited to go there. Rep a game.
That should be fun.
Yeah.
We're going.
Yeah. Well, you're not
So,
going.
You have, I personally am not going,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know a lot of the people that go.
But yeah, I'll definitely.
Got refused
Definitely
to step
stop by.
foot.
Yeah.
Listen again.
Do you have a booth or they're just going?
Yeah, we're doing a booth.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll
All
try to
right.
stop
We
by.
got to figure out how to take credit cards, man. I don't want to take cash.
Hmm.
We're selling
Yeah.
stuff.
Is that still happening where they run the scams and steal the cash and all that?
I assume so.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just feel like, I mean, there's some big fucking money that goes through that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You can't really get on a plane back to the United States with a big wad of cash.
yeah, you're not. Also, that's another thing. Yeah, you can't travel with more than $10,000 across the border.
Oh,
Right.
see, that's like pay money to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to
exchange
deal with that
anyway.
kind of stuff. Honestly,
Yeah.
we gotta figure some out. I was hoping to get my bank involved, but they have not called me back.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
wonder if they have any like sister banks or whatever.
Yeah,
over
that's what
there
I
where
just
you
was
can-
wondering. Like, is there a way we can just
Yeah.
make a deposit before we leave, and then if we have to take cash, they can make daily deposits because you got to walk around with a lot of money.
Right.
Hmm.
I don't want them walking around with any money, honestly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes
blame
total
you.
sense.
Yeah.
So I was either trying to get it all to be card or, the cash thing is just.
I mean, there's
annoying.
got to be a way to do.
We might be able to
merchant
partner
services
up with
over
somebody too, and I don't know if that's how that works tax wise.
You
Like
need to send someone who has an artificial leg.
there. Yep.
an
Mhm.
artificial leg.
And then you just
You got
stick
the
hold the
deposit
cash in the leg?
artificial leg.
Yeah.
Who's going to steal someone's artificial leg?
A real jerk.
You put
Real
some money in there, it might make it.
Nah, I'm
like-
sure that they pat you down.
Hey,
at the
board game, everybody
board.
should.
Yeah.
You come talk. Did you go to Cannes, Barry? The other Barry.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say no. I
Barry.
never.
He's in the chat.
Oh,
I
He's
don't
in the
leave
chat.
America
I was
too
just talking
much.
to. I'm talking to him through
The fake
Through
Barry.
the fake Barry.
Barry 1.
to the fake bear.
Barry 2.
Barry
Who's the
Doublet.
fake Barry.
Every doubles.
Barry doubles.
Tell me something only Barry would know. I've got to kill one of you.
And you're not going to Gen Con?
Gen Con's the up in the air because that'll be my 5th convention for the year. So it's
Fifth of the year at that
of
time,
the year, yeah. Well, no,
And
it would be right in the middle, but
and you're coming to BGG Con,
yes, I'm definitely coming.
which I guess our tickets go on sale pretty soon.
Do they? Yeah.
I thought they were going to be announced that we were going to put those on sale today. Are we just going to turn?
I'm buying all the tickets when they go on sale.
Oh,
And I'm
Scalping.
not coming. And you'll wonder
Not
why the
coming.
place is empty.
yeah.
Hey, but you'll make your
Show
money.
you not sending that
just,
car.
So imagine if you were like somebody that just like were a prankster and you had like a billionaire prankster and they're just like, all right, just like buying all the Wonka bars.
Yeah, yeah.
The moment the tickets go on sale for Gen Con,
Would buy
I've
them.
got 50,000 people sitting in front of computers. The moment everybody buy a badge, have your email, have your account set up, everything. Boom, they buy it all, and nobody attends. They're like
Nobody.
sold out in record time. You get there,
Well,
crickets.
isn't that what people were doing when Trump was selling tickets to his rallies?
Scalping them? I don't know.
Yeah,
Like there were people buying tickets, so they would like when they showed it on TV, the place would be like half empty because
Oh, that makes sense. I see what
which
you're
was funny because he's still getting the money.
saying. Right.
Yeah.
But still, it's a demoralizing maneuver.
Yeah.
They showed him.
I've played shows.
Yeah, I
to
watched some
to
election stuff last night.
pretty
One of my
sparse
friends
crowds,
was running for representative, and she lost.
Is
Oh,
she?
bummer.
It sucks.
Well, it
Sucks.
sucks because she was she was a state representative, and she decided to run for congressional representative,
Yeah.
and came up against the incumbent Democrat and lost
So,
the primary.
Yeah.
So she hit her head against the wall. Now what? Like if for the past 2 years you were doing this thing, like, do you just go
Right.
back to your regular day job now? Like, is that how it works?
Wait, you don't have
Yes.
to give up your one seat to go run for another one.
I guess she could probably try to. I don't know if the election for the state representatives was there yesterday too. So like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if she can go then
Well,
also
yeah,
try.
like if she gave up her seat,
Yeah, I don't know if she did or not.
right? Because it's all the time. Like people run for president and they lose, and they go back in there and they're still the governor
Yeah,
or
I just-
senator or
Yeah, I just don't know if she could have. Like, she ran for congressional representative, but was it the same event as the state representative election? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't run on both
Um,
places.
let's find
I
out
don't
if her seat is the
Yeah.
thing.
I'm not sure.
Oh, you mean
She
she's
might-
running
she-
two races at once?
Yeah, I don't think you can do that.
Right. Right.
Because it's a 2-year thing for each one of those things. I don't know.
Yeah.
They may not overlap. They may be on alternate years.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's still okay. Don't know.
Hold on, let's see. It's
But
election day.
she
Here's everything you need to know.
She unseated a Republican incumbent in her state representation,
Right.
and then tried running for Congress and then lost.
Mm.
So do you just go back to the other one? I don't even know if the elections line up the same. I'm not sure. I
I
really don't.
suspect it's pretty darn tough to unseat a same partied incumbent.
Yeah, usually it is.
Yeah. But yeah, because I think he's twice elected incumbent for that.
What's the district?
District 6. District 6 in Texas. You looking it up for me?
Uh,
We're not talking about anybody like that, Kabuki.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about a friend of mine who ran for representative of Texas. Is it called state representative or just representatives?
Texas
Congressional.
6th Congressional District primary election results, 2024.
That's the one. Her name's Victoria. Well, they merged the districts. So she was in a district where she lives. It was merged, and it gave her the opportunity to run using the power of her own district in the merged district, if that makes sense. They redrew the map.
Right.
So it put her into play with her constituency, right? And she could run for that office against the incumbent Democrat.
Right.
And lost. She lost last night. The primary elections on these things are definitely pretty small.
Yeah.
I mean, like a couple thousand votes at max.
Yeah, everybody's waiting for a big one. They don't. Yeah. Yeah,
You ever
I
had
know,
one of
it's
those days
if we had
where
a
sorry, this just completely has nothing to do.
usually doesn't.
And
I
now
was
for
trying-
something completely different.
I heard a
Grapevine?
song on the radio, and it wasn't the song I was thinking of, if that makes sense. And then I remember the name, and then all of a sudden I was trying to remember the name of the song, and then I pictured the front of the album that I had, and I could see it. I could see it perfectly, and I was like, "What is the name of that band?" I was just sitting there. I was like, I can picture the album. It was like greenish yellow. It looked like a broken window. And it was like, and I remember I bought it because at a used record store because it just had a crazy name to the thing. I was like, I'll listen to it. And it was like some weird punk band.
Yeah.
And then there were like of like, you know, it was like probably 25 minutes long totally. And
Yeah.
I was like, what was the name of the band? And then for like an hour, I sat there and just scoured my brain. I was like, just if I don't think of this, it's gonna kill me. And then I remembered finally, earlier today it was called The Mono Men, Monomen. They were a punk band, and the only reason why is because their album was called "Have a Nice Day, Motherfucker." Was the name of the album. I remember listening to this. I hate forgetting shit. I hate it. I hate
Get
it.
used to it, Litz. You're getting old.
I know, but I hate it. I hate it. And it was
My favorite
and
bass. I'm trying to
they
remember what I
reminded
forgot.
because I heard a song by Alabama Thunder Pussy, which was a game that had like a southern punk band, and I was just like, and
actually
then
heard of
Mono
them.
Men sounded a lot like them. So anyway, that was a good band too. Alabama Thunder Pussy, they were
One of my
great.
cousins was into punk. Yeah.
Can't find anything. She doesn't exist.
She doesn't exist.
She does. So I looked it up. She's up for election in 2024, but I don't know if she was challenged in the primary. So maybe she
Okay.
can just run again and just get that.
Ah, okay.
Is it, that if she, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, this was a special election, right? This one.
No, this is the primary. It's the one for the November.
Remember? Wouldn't Michelle know more about this? She's more involved in that.
She does know more about it,
Political.
but I mean, she's not around.
Uh,
So she did. It was about 40,000 votes across both of them. 20,000, 33,000, 34,000 votes.
for one, how
Still
big's
pretty
the
small.
district? How many do you know?
How big is it?
Million?
Probably. I mean, it's
Uh,
big stuff. Don't know.
Big stuff.
It's Dallas City, you know. I mean, it's
yeah. Yeah, I don't know how big Dallas is.
Dallas is a big city.
Yeah, I've been there just a little. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? She was running for state senate. I missed it. Yeah, so that's what she was doing.
Okay, that's why I couldn't.
So
find
she
it.
challenged state senate, from representative to state senator.
Okay, yeah, she's going from the house.
she'll
to
go
So
rep
basically,
this.
that's a bit. I don't know how many state senators there are.
Well, senators, there's 2.
Well, in a state senator, like for the state
Okay.
government,
Yeah.
the state government of
remember.
Texas.
I don't know then.
I don't know how many senators are in Texas.
Yeah, I don't remember how it works.
Yeah,
Well, it
but
might be
yeah,
different
this
each
was more.
state.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, Ted Cruz is the incumbent for the state senator.
Yeah.
Going down, Cage.
Nah,
Taking it down.
I get my hopes up every year, but they keep winning. I was a Beto fan, Beto. Remember him?
Remember Beto.
Yeah.
He ran for
Well-
president, lost. He ran for senator, lost.
And then where is
He
he?
ran for senator for twice, lost.
Well,
And then where is he?
he
Time
has
for
no.
some
What?
comeback.
And now what? I don't know. Where do you go from
Comeback
there?
tours.
You're just like a 3-time loser.
You sit back and do it again.
Working at
Nixon lost a bunch of times. You come
That's how
back
you
after
win,
a
man. You
decade.
lose
You
a
come
bunch
back, yeah.
first.
Well,
Get
he
your name out
put
there.
his whole case on guns,
Oh
and I think that's just
That's a toughie
not going to win in Texas.
in Texas. Yeah.
no,
That's
definitely
a
not
toughie.
Texas. Certain things you don't mess with Texas.
'Cause this was after
Voters and
Uvalde.
guns. Oh yeah. It's a shame with the guns.
Well, on that
Well,
note,
indeed.
No, we're not going out like that, Scott.
And so I
Evan,
have
look
some
up a joke
interesting-
on the internet.
we're gonna have
Go
some
down on a
interesting
happy note.
few months here. Yeah, we can talk about something else.
Not good.
No, I'm just saying there's going to be an interesting few months to get to November with AI in play. Although
Oh,
it's illegal now to make AI phone calls.
well,
for
that's not
call-
gonna
political
change anything.
calls.
That's good. Yeah.
I mean, what's the enforceability of that?
I mean, I feel like the enforceability of any of that stuff is like laughable.
Well,
Yeah.
They're still sending text messages,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and every time I get one,
But I think that's legal.
reply with, I do not vote for people who text people without their permission ahead of time.
Yeah.
You said you reply to that?
I reply that every single time.
I just do stop.
Yeah.
I
And then
don't
I
know if
delete
this
it.
counts as an NCAA Cinderella story. But one of Duke's players said he had help making his uniform from a bunch of singing mice and birds.
What? Oh my God. I've said that. Who said that?
That's Norm.
Who do you
Oh,
think?
Norm. That's a Cinderella
It's the
story.
only comic
Yeah.
he knows.
No, I know lots of comics, but he's just the best one. I think there's some trouble over at Craigslist. I went over there and saw an ad, someone to kill Craig's wife.
That's why I said,
Ah.
Evan,
I
look
don't
up
know
a
if I get
joke.
that one.
We know another comic. We know Grant Lyon.
Mark it down.
No, we
Today's
don't.
Today's
Grant
the
who?
day I found out I could pay for my dentist bill with oral sex.
Mm-hmm.
They say curiosity killed the cat, but I don't think we should rule out that shifty looking motherfucking kid next door.
I don't get
Oh,
that one
Lord.
either.
It's just curiosity
Mine's a
killed the
specific
cat,
taste.
but maybe it's that creepy looking kid that lives next door.
Oh, I
instead.
see it. Okay, yeah. I missed that.
Scott tuned out.
I blanked on
remember
the
when
second half.
tweeting just meant stabbing a hooker?
Wait, I got one an oldie for you, Lance. I once walked in on my parents having sex. It was the most embarrassing 30 minutes of my life.
Yeah, that's a great one. I love that one. Justin Bieber's monkey has been quarantined, which reminds us just how far we've come since headlines about Pearl Harbor and D-Day.
You know, they say if
Poor
you're
Justin.
afraid of homosexuals, that means that deep down inside you're homosexual. And that worries me because I'm afraid of dogs.
It takes forever to get a pilot's license, but it only takes a couple of minutes to steal a pilot's jacket and hat.
A Norm, you are not.
I want to go peacefully in my sleep like my grandfather.
Yeah,
You know
not
this one.
screaming like everybody else in the car.
Yeah.
A man in Taiwan reportedly cut off his own penis to win an argument with his wife. That reminds me of that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, where Raymond forgot Deborah's birthday and had to cut his own cock off. Normjokes.com, baby.
Normjokes.com.
And you can
Just in
just
case.
How long has he been dead now?
2
From
years?
the guy?
Years.
6 years, 5 years.
6? No way.
No.
No.
2 years.
I'm thinking like 3.
No,
two,
it's
Yeah.
longer than 2 years.
2 or
That
3.
Norm
Nah,
is
it's
dead?
not.
Yeah.
Hey
Evan,
Siri,
was
when did Norm McDonald die?
he went
Siri
after what's his
liar.
name? The Full House guy.
Norm
He was
MacDonald
after-
died the
Oh,
14th of
September-
September.
14th of
2000.
September 2021. It's like
Yeah.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Growing up,
That
I
sounds
never
right.
would have believed that one day I'd need a computer just to masturbate. There's no
You-
wrong way to eat a Reese's, says the guy who didn't shove a bunch of Reese's up his ass. I signed up for my company's 401k, but I don't think I can run that far.
I don't like that one.
He's
Did you ever watch his final thing?
without
Yeah, it was-
without the audience, and he was
It was
just
not
doing
good.
And
It
he
was not
well,
good.
no, because he doesn't have an audience to rip off of. So I mean, it's tough. Comedy in a vacuum is impossible. The reason he did that was because he knew he was dying, and he wanted to, and he was going in for a surgery that he might not wake up from. So he basically did that so he'd have something. If you're one of those people that complains that their CVS receipts are too long, oh man, you're gonna fucking hate books.
Why do dogs always run to the door when the doorbell rings? It's almost never for them.
Almost never for them.
Pretty good.
Accomplished comedian Sinbad has announced he's filing for bankruptcy for the second time. Sounds like things have gone from sin bad to sin worse.
Oh my.
Claudia Schiffer has announced that she's divorcing David Copperfield for irreconcilable differences. The first difference is she's Claudia Schiffer and he's David Copperfield.
Yeah. Las Vegas just unveiled their 150-foot tall Ferris wheel. Also bringing people to Las Vegas? Whores.
Okay.
No,
Well.
yeah. I mean, he's and you know what? Screw you, Kabuki Kid. He's funny even if I say it. Doesn't have to be.
No,
He's
he
not
is.
around
You're
to do
not.
it. He is absolutely hilarious. Nope. Yeah.
I,
Anyway,
meaning I, and the D for dentification.
yeah, dedication, yes.
You guys already did initials. I assume I missed it.
Yeah, you missed it.
Yes.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we forgot initials.
We sure got initials.
Haley's Comet.
Haley's Comet.
Correct.
For the
I
win.
once missed a day at cosmetology school and later had to take a makeup class.
Hey.
I'm here all week. Hey, this one I'll admit it needs the Norm Macdonald delivery and like stare at the camera. The Dalai Lama said that killing in the name of religion is unthinkable. Hey, thanks, Dalai Lama. I'm sure everyone will fucking listen to you.
Hey, thanks, there. No, I can't do.
Yippee! Jerry Rubin died. Whoops, I'm sorry. That should be Yippee! Jerry Rubin died.
Or is it? I forgot what the guy's name was. It was the keyboardist for the Doors or something like that. Yeah, it's just like so and so dead at 78. The Curse of the Doors.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I like hotels. They make your bed, make your dinner, send housekeepers up to watch you masturbate. It's a dream.
Why do you keep coming in here? The light was on.
The light was on. No, it's sad. It's sad he's no longer with us. So
Okay.
anyway,
Have a good week, everybody.
thanks everybody. Go see Dune 2. It's amazing. That's my non-spoiler review.
It's good. It's a perfect movie. 99.999.
Oh.
That's what he said earlier.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, hey, did you see this? They actually said something about an email that actually said about you probably mentioned this, and I apologize if you did, but Backer Kids sent out an email apologizing 5 hours ago for the outage. And saying that since Dragonsteel campaigns have been known to cause platform outages during launch, our team had prepared months ahead and performed load tests that simulate the anticipated traffic. However, the sheer volume of Dragonsteel fans flowing into our site, coupled with the record amount of live campaigns running concurrently, has once tipped that site to overload.
Wait, so he wrote a book about the fake band in the Mark Wahlberg movie?
Apparently, yeah.
The what?
Rockstar, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Wahlberg
Oh, that was
movie.
Steel Dragon. Never mind. Carry on.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway. Good night, everybody. Everybody be good. Do the right things.
Don't tell me my business, devil woman.
Yeah.
Be excellent to each other.
Yeah, that was a disappointment.
All right. Yeah, I'm tired. Going to bed.
Oh.
Bye.